I'd like to show you something.
The pace when I'm running, I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm
You have to ask yourself one question. Do I feel like it?
Woo! That's right. How are you all doing for episode 131 of Toxic Tuesday? And this was, it occurred to me when I had picked this one out. I'm like, wow, we really have not done this flick yet. Like, really? We haven't gotten there. Once again, it just goes to show you that there's still so much we haven't covered. Still to this very bloody day. How did we get to this point that we're just now doing it? Well, hey, better late than never. How are you all doing tonight? We have a nice, huge crowd here early and right away. I love this. Thank you guys for your patience. We did push it back minorly as we had some technical difficulties to adjust to, but they're going to be adjusted just fine. McFly, who's been a member for 8 months, what's going on, dude? Says, everybody knows you never go full retard. I know who I am. I'm the dude playing the dude disguised as another dude. Also, Nick, top 5 toxic movies. Oh, we actually did a Mead show on this channel, The Shit List, I think a month or two back. I think actually I will post it in the chat. Yeah, Tom's show, we did that on here. We did our top toxic movies, and I will put that on here once I get it to show you. And it's a good show. We had Price of Reason on. I think we had 70s and Brahma Bull on, and we had fun, man. And I'll post on there as soon as I got it. And well, you'll be able to watch the replay. And it's one of those things that we had a lot of fun doing, and it made sense. It was like, well, if we're going to do a show like this, it might as well just be our most toxic one. I found it, by the way. So here we go. And boom. Yeah. And long time no see, Guam. How are you? Nice to see you here. Cheers and beers to you. But I'm going to acknowledge some members here. What's up, Putin's Cat, Emperor's NM, Benoit Juggalo, Deathcock, Vulcan lives. How are you, sir? Putin's Cat, hello, hello. And D-Bud Martin, hello. And I think that's it for our members for now. But let's bring in some of the dudes. Red Shirt will not be here tonight. I don't know where Backdoor Gerry is. Maybe he's got a plumbing that he's working on. Gerry, if you're out there, you'll get your plumbing fixed in due time. So I wish you the best with your plumbing. But until then, Mark will be late, but he'll be here. We'll bring in Dustin, the Keto Simple one.
I bet Gary's getting his plumbing worked on. How the fuck are you, dude? I missed you guys 3 weeks in a row. Being an adult is not what it's cracked up to be.
Woo. No. Yeah. I mean, I'll admit, a part of me likes it. I'll admit it.
I mean, it's not all bad, but then, like, you want to do things like this, and it's like, but, I'm here tonight. I have all my fingers. I'm excited. This is I watched it last night with Chandra, and it was the second time I've seen it. I watched this movie a long time ago, and there's so much good about this movie, and there's also so much cringe about this movie too. I don't know if anybody else will agree with me on that. Like, there's so much like well done comedy, and then so much like, why did you do it that way comedy? So we'll see what everybody else thinks.
Yeah, I hear you, and I could kind of see your point, and I think we'll have a good conversation on your said point, and it'll be good. It will be good. All right. Let's bring in our other dude here. Hi, Tom. I just saw you a few minutes ago.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, hi.
I want you to step back and fuck your own face.
Oh, dude. Les Grossman. Which, speaking of, I'll need to change my name for the show to Les Grossman. And you know what? I will. Grossman. Animal, where is Gerry? Where is he? He said he would be here. We were wondering where he was. I mean, he can't just not be around, just saying. But yeah, let's have fun with this one. Oh, yeah, we're already demonetized. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. But we do have that 70s rock fan here.
Well, good evening. Mark has done a great job stripping images out of the movie for us that we show as always. And until 10 minutes ago, I didn't know I was going to be compiling them and putting them into a movie. So you're going to have to prevaricate for a while.
All right.
so if I look distracted occasionally, it's because I'm working on it.
It's okay.
And I haven't been able to strip out images that we may not wish to be in there.
Oh, yeah, there should be. It should be.
Yeah, that's right.
Usually, a lot of it's in the dialogue. A lot of it's in. A lot of is. There's not even that many. I guess you could say super like inappropriate things per se. But the movie's dialogue is definitely on another level with toxicity. Well, the timing of it was perfect because obviously 2008. Obviously, you had Robert Downey Jr., who was hot off his comeback with what's that movie called? It was the first ever Marvel Cinematic Universe movie called Iron Man.
America.
It only re-solidified his status in the pantheon of Hollywood, and also got the MCU going. He became the poster boy. He was everywhere again. He went from being places to being nowhere to being in rehab, jail, all that jazz, to now all of a sudden he's back on top and huger than ever. Huge. And I think because Iron Man, I remember, was May of 2008 because I was seeing that opening night. And I didn't actually see Tropic Thunder in theaters, but I think if I remember correctly, it was like July or August in theaters when it came out. It was around then, but I saw it when it came out on DVD or Blu-ray at the time, somewhere around that point in time. And I do remember seeing a preview for it though, thinking, oh, okay, I wonder what's going on with Robert Downey Jr. getting a paint job. And I didn't understand it. Then until I realized, oh, okay.
Wasn't there a news blackout on that?
There's a joke here going on. Okay. And it's, and that was a good summer, by the way. I mean, because Iron Man came out. That was also the year The Incredible Hulk came out, which had Edward Norton as Bruce Banner. Benoit just posted, The Dark Knight was that summer too. That was July of 2008. I remember that very well. Punisher Warzone came out that year too. I mean, 2008 was a rock solid year of flick after flick after flick. So it's a good time in the world. This is a very, very good time. And we had it pretty good. I must say. We're also lucky to have the movie.
It's hard to believe we may never get another comedy like this, or certainly not for a long, long time.
Mm-hmm. Well, Downey was on Joe Rogan the last time he was on. I think he's done it a few times, but when he was the last time he was on Joe Rogan, and he asked him like, "No, you think a movie like this will ever happen again?" And Downey definitely seemed very, "Oh yeah, probably not" type of thing. I can't remember his exact words, but it seemed like, yeah, this one's not gonna be happening. I think he knew. But I knew he got pushback for a while. Still to this day, to a lesser point, now to this day, he still gets it. Go ahead, Dustin.
The only movie that I think that would be coming out or down the pipeline that I've heard that may push some boundaries would be the movie that Tom Segura and Bert Kreischer are working on, Fat Astronauts.
Okay, I'd never heard of that one. Sorry, yes.
I'm not sure exactly. I mean, just the name alone is kind of like triggering, you know what I mean? Fat, because you can't say fat.
No, that's true.
We did that one, Gwen, quite a ways back, actually. You should definitely catch the replay of that one.
I like in the new Blazing Saddles edit, the DEI edit that's been produced. It's the opening credits and then this is the end. There's nothing in between. Excuse me.
Dude, what?
I'm still recovering from this bug. So
I have heard about this thing. I haven't watched it because, well, it's one of those movies that I watch on the physicals, so I wouldn't know. But when I got word about it, I'm just like, really. They of course they went there. Of course they did, because they just couldn't just not do it. No, it had to be that. Ugh. I tell you, man, people are nuts. Seriously.
Yeah, NVTS nuts. Exactly. As Mel Brooks once said. NVTS nuts.
Well, there's that. There's also about making the gay. There's tons of gay jokes. Retard is used a lot as well too. And of course, then there's blackface.
And just actors you wouldn't expect to be doing what they're doing. This is pre Harvey Weinstein. The fallout of Harvey Weinstein, where everyone was still, I guess you could say, still being a rock star about their life. And we've said it, especially on Meat, and I'm sure on Comics is TNT. Hollywood needs to do cocaine. I won't do cocaine, but they need to do cocaine. They do. It needs to be on the menu again.
Yeah, someone needs.
Well, what you're referring to is my whole cocaine and capitalism in Hollywood.
Yes,
exactly. And it's really just more the mentality than it is the actual physical act. But
But yeah, the whole Grossman thing is possibly the most on the nose and vicious satire of Hollywood producers ever.
Well, it shows you another side of Tom Cruise that a lot of people either A, didn't know, or B, they were relearning. And for the relearners, it was because they come from the risky business type of mindset. And then for those who were only used to him at this point in time, when movies like Vanilla Sky, Collateral, maybe the Mission Impossible 2 and 3, which are a few years around that point, it's just like, oh, hey, look, guys, this guy can do comedy too. And man, I think he absolutely,
and he can dance.
He
dances better than me. And
he kills as Les Grossman. He kills this part. Like, he's so freaking good. The fact that they gave him like the chubbier hands, and they're like flat out super hairy. They gave him the side hair. What up? And of course he is super vulgar. And they gave him the most, like, I guess you could say, Bush era American dialogue with the "we don't negotiate with terrorists" type of thing. Oh man! And then you had also a gay black man playing a character named Al Pacino, but it's Alpa, ALPA, Chino.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Oh. And they didn't even understand when they were like saying all the movies like Dog Day Afternoon, and they were like, "What?
And of course, this was directed by Ben Stiller, which obviously at this point in time he has had quite a era of success, a quite era of success. Also, it was a movie that he actually didn't intend to actually star in. And I'm glad he actually ended up starring in this, because I do know he originally had Keanu Reeves lined up to be God, what's Tug Speedman? What a name, by the way, Tug Speedman.
I'm pretty sure that probably wouldn't have worked as well, given that the whole simple comic. I was going to say simple comics. This whole simple thing. It might
Simple
not
Jack.
have worked. Simple Jack. Yeah, it worked better, I think, with Ben Stiller doing it. I think Keanu might have been just not. It might just not have been funny.
Yeah, I don't think it would have come off right.
No, it would have not. Okay, I now have a better recollection when this came out, and the reason why I know about why it came out and why this is relevant was because of this scene. Because I remember hearing, I went to this trade school called Lincoln Tech, and it was a tech school. I did some automotive classes, and I remember hearing a lot of my classmates at the time talk about booty sweat. I was like, man, that's a funny term, but where's it coming from? Because it was like, it was nowhere and then it was everywhere type of term. One of those things that everyone starts quoting a movie type of thing. And I remember like hearing all these guys, from the hood, like, man, give me some of that booty sweat. I was just like, that's funny, but I don't understand it, but I find it funny. I generally just thought it was funny just because I heard classmates saying it. And then good.
Yeah, I was going to say there's a lot of attention to detail as well when you look at this, both in things like the spoof advertising, the movies within the movies. The attention to detail is incredible. It's not just a one-note joke. This film, it's so many different.
Yeah, it's Ben Stiller's best movie by far.
Yeah.
Oh, as far as the directorial, yeah, and an acting performance, yeah, I'd have to agree. But now here's the thing. There was a limited supply where this stuff actually was made. Now, I myself never saw it in stores, but apparently there was a limited supply box. So I don't know how far it reached around into the country on the planet to, get to people's stores, I guess. Maybe a Spencer's at a mall. I don't know. I haven't seen it once again, but I've heard that it made its way into some retail outlets. And I would like to know where and if it should have been real, who actually tried it and what did it taste like?
So you're saying you've never bust a nut? You've never had a bust a nut? I don't believe that. And can I just say, it's very nice of me to have the three of you opposite me. And me on this side on my own. I feel very isolated.
Oh, see there, yeah. It wouldn't let me put me with you. I was gonna be the cameras versus the non-cameras. It won't even let me do that.
The one man who made a difference. See, if our trailers were still like this,
made a difference again.
This is when trailers make trailers great again.
This is one of those things where it's become relevant to today's movies, good and or bad, because they'll make these types of lines for a trailer. One man making like a last stand type of thing, and then they'll be like, oh, well, this time he's taking another last stand. It's just like, wow, this is like the idiocracies of the world. Some of the things that happen in this movie have become reality in terms of like repetitive sequels that didn't need them. Once again, whether they're good or bad, it has happened.
Scorcher 6.
Scorcher 6 global meltdown. Of course.
Fridge open.
Oh, look. Yeah, let the fridge open. I remember also being confused by this because I remember since I saw this on, I remember DVD or Blu-ray, I was originally confused. My calling, are these previews for other movies or is this the actual movie? It was one of those things I actually thought
I'd go and see these movies.
I actually kind of like thought there's something wrong with my my DVD player. It kind of reminded me of back in the PS2 days, there was this video game called Metal Gear Solid 2, and there's a cutscene in the game where the guy in your intercom is telling you to turn your video game system off. It straight up freaked me out as a 13-year-old. I'm like, why am I being told to turn my own video game system off by my own video game system? I remember telling my friends at school, guys, my video game
Jeff
system told me to
Portnoy.
turn it off. They're like, oh, it happened to me too. I was like, oh, okay. And I remember I thought there's something wrong with my DVD player. I actually straight up thought there's something wrong with it. And then and then also I found out from people, oh no, that's how this is. I'm like, oh, okay. Because I originally like paused it and I'm like, dude, what's going on? I think I borrowed it. I think I didn't initially, but I think I borrowed it. And that's why I paused it. Dude, what's going on with this?
Yeah, but even this trailer for Fatties 2 or whatever is funnier. That looks funnier than any comedy ever made in the last 15 years.
Well, what's funny yet is when you see this in the
Nutty
theater.
Professor. It's the white nutty professor.
What's funny is when you see this in the theater, because they don't, it just like the movie starts on video, you get no inclination that the movie itself is starting, kind of. I mean, unless you have one of those theaters where they have like the AMC Welcome to the Show thing. And even then, they would still show trailers once in a while that were attached to a movie.
Yeah.
So at first, until you kind of get the idea, you know, and this whole thing lasts for like 5 minutes before the movie, too. It's crazy. But it sets you up for this movie, and you're just like, holy shit. Because this is one of the greatest comedies of all time.
Oh, God.
I mean, because like I said, Ben Stiller has made some decent films, and he's made some fucking stinkers, and mostly stinkers. Let's be real. But this is his best, because I think he co-wrote it too, or if not wrote it. I'm not sure.
He co-wrote it with Justin.
I was going to say with
Justin Theroux and
the guy that's in the movie. Yeah,
it's there's somebody else, and I'm not sure who it is.
No, Chandra got shitty at this last night. She's like, "What the fuck?" We're like, "Why are there previews?" Because we had rented it on Amazon or whatever. She's like, "Why the fuck are there previews?" And I'm like, "This is part of the movie."
This is
it's like setting up the characters.
It's Tobey Maguire.
No, Tobey Maguire. A lot of folks don't know.
I can't believe they haven't made this movie for real yet.
I know. Well, you think they would?
Right?
Like the name,
like this would be like the thing for them to be chasing. He came in one day and they shot his part in a few hours. They were able to get Toby in and out for this one. So Toby was he had to have been really cheap for this part.
Satan's Alley.
Oh, guys! Oh, look who decided to show.
Speaking of Satan's Alley,
speaking of through the back door,
let him out early.
Yeah.
Thank my girlfriend, because my alarm didn't wake me up. I was taking my old man nap, and my alarm, I think I turned it off.
We thought you had some plumbing issues.
Well, I always have that.
Putin's cat's hilarious. Hornbirds. Like a take off of the Thornbirds.
Oh yeah.
My grandma loved that
story of the man who attempted to make the movie, and it was like 5 got this, 4 actually sought it out, 3 I can't remember the entire
3 wrote books, 2 got published, and only 1 made into a movie.
Right. Now I'm going to tell you that Dale Dye originally was asked to play this character, and because of what happens in the story that he's a phony. Dale Dye refuses to ever play characters like that, that are the opposite of real valor, like stolen valor. And so he turned the role down, but he agreed to work on the film. So he is the military advisor on the film.
Well, he does a damn good job in these scenes.
Oh shit, Brian's here. I thought he said he wasn't going to be here. What's up with that?
I'm going to leave and take my slides with me.
Okay, go ahead. Fine. I'm going home.
I'm going to take my slides with me.
Go on,
you didn't get me TiVo. Where's my TiVo? It shows how dated this is.
Now, Tom, I'm gonna guess you know, or if this wasn't this nominated for awards? This movie?
Well, I know for sure at least Robert Downey Jr. won for his. Or did he get nominated? I don't know if he won, but he did get nominated.
He was nominated as the dude playing a dude pretending to be another
dude. Other than that, I don't know if it got any other nominations. But for a comedy to get a performance nomination, even is
unheard of.
It's pretty good.
Unheard of.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
especially in the time period. Yeah,
I remember.
It's sort of like when Jeff Goldblum won for.
That's right. It's the year Ledger won. Yeah,
Ledger won, and there was a lot of talks that people thought it had that Heath Ledger had not died, that Downey would have won, and a lot of people think that it was given to.
Let's be real. That's what he really got the Oscar for. It was an Oppenheimer.
No, so I think Robert Downey Jr. was nominated for Best Supporting Actor in this because of Satan's Alley. Nothing to do with the rest of the movie.
Could have been.
It's Hollywood, you know.
No, I will say, had Heath had lived, and even still to this day, he was still great in the role. I am not one of those people. I will still say, to me, death doesn't, vindicate good or bad. To me, it's just an unfortunate series of events that can happen. Someone, he was great in the role. He really was, and did it play into his part? Probably did. I mean, I'm not gonna act like it never has. Usually death has a way of doing that when it comes to
sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
We're getting all the stereotypes here. Jew, go. It's all being said by a guy in blackface.
Guy in blackface pretending to be black, telling his voice that he did for his character is really, really good. Seriously,
what do you mean, you people? No, what do you mean, you people?
Pinochet's Helicopter Tours is asking, where is Satan's Alley located exactly? Gary, you know where it is,
butt cheeks.
Right between his butt cheeks.
Yeah, just south of my coccyx.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
is that a town in Latin America?
Yeah.
There was this one time in band camp.
Not one time.
Yeah. Every time.
This is a few months after Iron Man. A few months after.
Now, was it filmed before or after Iron Man? I know when it came out after.
That
Iron
I
Man.
don't know.
I've got to imagine this was a strenuous shoot as well.
I think this was after, if I remember right, because this was because you guys got to remember where Robert Downey Jr. was. Everybody likes to believe that he was some movie star at one point. No, he never really was a movie star, but he was a good character actor, and outside of Chaplin and a few other things that he got as far as starring roles.
Well, Chaplin kind of ruined him for a bit.
Well, he had just gotten too into the drugs and shit, and I even made the joke, but it's true. He went from passing out and falling asleep on kids' bed to being on the sheets and blankets and pillows of kids' beds. Within a matter of a couple of years. It was crazy because Iron Man completely changed his image. It was a complete 180 from where he was before. I mean, and he had done a few films up to that point that were decent, like I said, but yeah, it just put him on a whole nother level. And then this was right after that.
It was all art, though, Tom. Mel Gibson is the one who reached out and gave him work when nobody else would hire him.
Yes, that's true.
Which is why he gave him such a special thank you.
And that's why Downey was trying to return the favor. We're trying to get Gibson back in because I remember he was one of the very
few celebrities
if anybody who stuck up for Mel Gibson.
Well, and that incident with him could have went completely south real fast. Right? I mean, for those who don't know what I'm referring to, he had gotten in such a fucked up stupor that he ended up breaking into somebody else's house and falling asleep in their kid's bed.
Yeah.
And he didn't do anything to the kid or anything like that. The kid woke up when he came in, and he's woke up his parents. He's like, there's some guy in my room. And luckily they recognized him.
Oh, and he didn't know these people.
Lucky they were.
Yeah, he had no idea. Yeah, it's one of those things where if it had been anybody else in the world and it had not been because even I think I remember the 911 call is kind of funny. It's weird. It's 911 dispatch is yeah, I got a guy sleeping in my bed. I think it's Robert Downey Jr., the actor. And he's sleeping in my kid's
Oscar-winning
bed.
Actor from Chaplin? Yeah.
And they're just did he do it? Did he just do this or that? And it's no, he just come in and he crawled into bed and fell asleep, I guess. I mean, it was just kind of, kind of thing. So, I mean, he didn't really do any major damage or anything, but it really hurt his image for a while.
Oh, and yeah, rightfully so.
It certainly did. And what's interesting is you had two other actors who did something similar, but theirs was due to mental illness. Margot Kidder and what's her name that married Ellen?
Yeah.
What's her face? Anne Hesh. Or Hesh, or
Hesh. Can't feel my legs.
Ain't nothing but a thing.
Now, am I supposed to be crying?
Oh, dude, his ugly cry is so gross.
Yeah, he's slobbering.
You know, and I can understand how some people might not get the humor of this film because this is like one of those multi-level films. Like part of you has to almost understand how movies are made and how actors are, and Nick Nolte,
Tom, is one of my favorites. That it's parodying other films in several major. Scenes.
Did we even bring it up yet? Because I know I've been kind of semi-distracted. That the inspiration for this, and this is why I knew Ben Stiller had to do something with the writing, because his inspiration for this was his time as a side actor on Platoon. So all this stuff that we're seeing in this movie is shit that he was.
The whole Elias scene where he's got his arms raised. They do it twice in the film.
Yeah, because it's from Platoon. And so you're sitting here going through the whole movie. Okay, so who did what for real?
You got to admire that it's superbly filmed, this whole sequence. I mean, absolutely brilliantly choreographed.
You're my brother.
Coogan just slays me in this film.
He's brilliant. Yeah, he's such underrated.
When we watched it earlier, Brian, you'll love this. I paused it and I told Anima right before it happens. I said, "This is the greatest moment in the movie."
I totally forgot about it too. Oh my god.
Coogan turns, and when he looks down and he makes that I
was very pleased to see Coogan getting cast in a movie like this, because
he got some heat over the shit that happened with Wilson, Owen Wilson, and the shit with because he was doing a lot of drugs at the time. And after the Disney film Around the World in 80 Days, his rep got hurt really bad. And so he was afraid that he wouldn't be doing any American films. So getting this role was great for him.
Yeah, he'll still always be Alan Partridge to me.
And I guess this is
fucking love Alan Partridge.
I love Alan.
I guess this is even based on something that actually happened too on Platoon, like this whole thing where they fucked up a whole.
Oh really? Oh, yeah. I don't know that.
Wasted about $1 million in one go.
Yeah, in one go. Yeah.
Well, it's the most expensive fake true story ever made. Make that statement make sense. if I even said that statement correctly, the most
emotionality.
I just love the Action Jackson reference there.
I caught that too. I was just like, dude. And that's something I didn't notice that time. Like, dude.
Bill Hader kills it in this movie, by the way.
Oh, Bill Hader's an undersung comedian. Yes. He did a lot of work on Beavis and Butthead and stuff too in the more recent ones.
South Park.
South Park. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, that's what I was. Not Beavis and Butthead. South Park.
I do not know.
He's in that movie 6 Days.
That they did. I liked Danny McBride back then, and now I hate him because of Halloween. But
what he's right,
Halloween? Oh my god, I used to love Danny McBride, and then Halloween happened, and now I really fucking hate him.
Are you talking about the 2018 movies?
Yeah, because him and David Gordon Green are responsible for those pieces of shit.
Oh my god, they're so bad.
I
don't know why he's involved, but yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But Danny McBride is a lot of people. Look, Tom, you and I, we have very particular tastes in humor, and a lot of people don't like Danny McBride. They'll go, that kind of humor, I can't stand it. But certain people, certain types of people, love that kind of cringe comedy.
Well, not only that, the first couple seasons of Eastbound and Down are some of the funniest fucking television.
Oh my god, seriously! And also when he did the show with Goggins, Principles.
Walton.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet.
Oh, it's pretty good.
Oh my god, their hate
what it's called
attempts to try to destroy each other was so fucking funny. This scene is great. Suddenly it's on the news.
$4 billion explosion.
What was the nickname they gave it? What is it? The mega movie failure.
Tropic Blunder.
Tropic Blunder. Oh
the Pope. I didn't realize the Pope
it's a month behind. 5 days into shooting, it's a month behind.
Les Grossman.
I got to tell you, Anima loved Les Grossman. It was her favorite.
How long did it take her to figure out it was Tom Cruise?
I ruined it for her.
I actually watched this recently with somebody to see how long it would take them to figure it out. It took them a little bit.
Really? I think his voice is pretty much the same voice.
No, they took him. I couldn't believe it. And because finally, about 2/3 of the way through the movie, they're like, is that Tom Cruise? I'm like, if you finally figured it out. Like, I just figured they didn't say anything because they figured it out right away. So I was like, whatever, I didn't say nothing. But I still wanted to leave it alone just to see if they picked it out. And it took them quite a bit.
I ruined it for Anima, and I told her early. And but the thing is, she was just so in awe of what he did with the dancing, the barrel-chested, hairy chest.
With all due respect,
thank
you for your
sausage
service.
fingers.
Will you shut the fuck up and let me do my job?
Yeah, I know. I want you to take a step back and then literally
fuck your own
your
face.
face.
Pigmentation alteration procedure. All of that.
I fucking love his Les Grossman is definitely his best performance. Like, if anybody needed another nomination from this movie, it was Tom Cruise. This is definitely
his role is once again, he kills in the comedy, like with the way his outlandish, like super like CEO boss appearance of being fat, overweight, with the bald head on top.
He's loosely based on Harvey Weinstein, Joel
I
Silver.
told Anima that.
I heard about that. Yeah,
Joel Silver, and I'm trying to remember the other guy.
The eyeglasses was Phil.
Was it Les Wasserman? Is that who it is?
I think it is. I'll check it.
I'm trying to remember now, but yeah. So it's loosely based on those three guys because they were basically that. What you see on screen here.
Soul Assassin. I was just about to lead into that. Yes, there was talk of a Les Grossman spinoff for a while, and sadly he
made an appearance on the Oscars.
Yes, he did. He did make an appearance on the Oscars
with younger Tom Cruise.
Yeah. So I'm glad he developed, but if it were to happen today, if someone could make it as unfiltered and probably get away with it, it probably actually would be Tom Cruise, not just because he played the character, but because of the pull that he has in Hollywood. I think he could probably actually get through a few people and get the movie released unfiltered and uncut, and people would embrace it. I do believe there would be an audience for it today if it were to come out. I don't believe the audience for this has died down a bit.
Not a bit, but this film wouldn't get made today.
It would. Well, a Tropic Thunder sequel.
It might get made in a couple of years.
But a Les Grossman spinoff, I do truly believe there's one of the few movies. Oh, whoa.
This is the problem. I haven't.
Scott Rudin is who it is, Tom.
I didn't have time to edit Mark's.
This must be the unrated version because I was going to say,
I'll do it later.
I couldn't have done it without you. Really?
This is great.
If you didn't hear me, Tom, it's Scott Rudin. Is the other
Scott Gruden? That's what it is. Scott Gruden. Yeah.
Damien Cockburn.
No, dickhead. Of course, I could have. Nutless muck. You could do your job.
Really?
Wait a minute. Les Grossman sort of looks like Dustin from the nose up.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I take care of my shit to not have it on the toilet head. You know what I'm saying?
You're missing the sausage fingers, though.
I just have to deny I may have made this montage. I didn't select the images, and I didn't have time to go through them. 10 minutes before the show.
It's okay.
Oh
it's
Lord,
okay.
I hope there's no titties.
I will straight.
There will be in a little bit.
I can always just edit it out.
I'm looking forward to it. Because if there's one thing Gerry likes other than backdoor and things in my butt, are big old titties.
Well, they're magazine titties, but still, nonetheless.
Okay.
Here makes him a man. All the Pirate tries to make it look like he's this disgruntled, like veteran of experience.
That's another funny.
Not just disgruntled, but dysfunctional.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Sorry about that, guys.
This is a good part. Which one of you fuck faces is the director? Okay, where's the key grip? I want
Who's
you
the key grip
to punch him in the face as hard as you can.
But this is when he says, "Thank you for your service." Now, get the fuck off my.
You're a great American. Yeah.
This nation knows you're huge.
Now shut the fuck up and kindly let me do my job.
That's right.
I think this is Tom Cruise's best acting role.
That's what I said.
It really
too, Mark.
is.
Yeah.
He's awesome in this.
Oh, it's definitely his most quotable.
Oh God!
It's all your fault, you limey fuck.
Diet Coke. I want my Diet
And if there's two of them.
He's only in this movie for overall probably 10 minutes of it. If you think about it, for the 3 or 4
and it's the most memorable part.
He's only in it for like 10 minutes, and I do know he originally wanted to keep his involvement in this movie as a genuine surprise. He tried very hard. Apparently, a photo got leaked on the internet very temporarily before it got removed. And other than that, nothing else was able to get. So they made a thing to, keep him out of the trailers and all that jazz to try to keep his part as
No, that was a surprise in the theater.
That's good because apparently a photo leaked out, but it still wasn't definitively.
No,
clear.
I had no idea because I saw this probably opening weekend, and I saw it mainly just because I thought the concept looked funny. But the Les Grossman thing added a whole new level to it because, like, really, once you step back and take a look at what the actors are doing, once you get into it so much, the funny stuff it's only funny for so long. It's the character camaraderie that takes you through the rest of the movie, right?
Oh yeah,
and you got that contrasted with what's going on with Matthew McConaughey and Tom Cruise, which is fucking hilarious too. And then so it all works.
And what's required in there is the suspension of disbelief. That, like, well, who's going to be playing the aggressors? Because that's important to know. Even if you're going out in the jungle, you need to know that they never established that there's going to be guys, pretending to try to kill you. And I always thought that if they had written that in and have those guys be the first ones captured or killed, off camera, that they never knew about it, would have been a really good establishing thing for logic issues.
Dude, I remember when TiVo was supposed to be like the big deal that, God, you got TiVo?
How dated is it?
Oh my God, yeah.
We're gonna kill him, and we'll weep for him in the
TiVo.
press.
I still have my TiVo. I
Set up a
almost
scholarship in his name and all that shit.
Oh, Mark, you said you still have
And then-
TiVo?
I still have a TiVo. I almost brought it out of the basement because I don't throw anything out. Just asked my better half, and I had the TiVo that would rip DVDs.
Does that mean that
Yes.
you talk to your dick?
Right.
What does that mean, you better have?
And then way down the road, I'm talking way down the road, we file an insurance claim.
You gonna do all that to just get my TiVo? I'll ship you my TiVo. You don't have to take me out. But
You gonna play ball? You gonna play ball?
play
I'm
ball-
talking
I'll play ball.
G5.
G5,
Oh.
but a flying G5 or the model? Yeah.
I would have had out
We
for a
don't
G6.
negotiate with terrorists.
Go ahead, Dustin.
Sorry.
I kept wanting to be like, no, I'm gonna need a G6 instead of a G5.
Well, he says
upgrade a little
G5 in the
faster.
movie. That's why.
Yeah, but you want to upgrade, yeah. No, but the
Yeah.
TiVo I had was wild because you could actually record a show and then burn it, and then Hollywood quickly put a clamp on that action, but then they had to discontinue that model. But I still have the sucker. I still have some DVDs I would rip from, shows back in the day, or sports. Like I would rip, all the sports stuff, and you'd burn it to a DVD. But the TiVo still had the best interface. I can see why Ben Stiller loved the TiVo, but it's so out of date now. It's just, I wonder most people watching would even know what TiVo is. They're still in business, but
Nick Nolte's great in this too. This is probably one of his last greatest performances.
Oh, dude, he is awesome in this movie as this no hands guy. I love how when he finally is come out to have hands, everyone has to make a big deal about it. You have hands.
Was this Randy's favorite movie because of that reveal? And that
Conspiracy.
Yeah, Handy Randy, if you're out there, you must really want a piece of Nick Nolte's hands. That looked like it was a rainbow grenade. That straight up looked like a rainbow. Was that
There's
not
M&M's in there? No, that's M&M's in there.
Yeah,
It's a
they're
clear-
M&M's.
Oh,
they're
I did
M&Ms.
not
You want an
get
M&M?
that. Oh God!
It's my medicine.
Oh, the dude, I did not. I remember seeing the director straight up blow up in front of them. I did not expect that to happen. I was just like, holy
I
crap.
had seen this before. Then when we were watching it last night, I was just like, oh, that's right.
And then they all think it's a special effect, right? They're looking around
Well,
and then I'm freaking out when Ben Stiller's licking the guy's head.
Yeah, as Tug, he's just like, look. Oh, dude, it's just syrup blood. He changes it from it's fake.
Oh my God, he's like licking at it. seriously, man, I was in the theater when I saw this. I'm losing my shit when he's like, underneath it, digging his fingers up in there. It's what tastes like warm blood.
Well, it's like the opening sequence. Who's the guy who his guts are spilled everywhere, and he's like, "I'll be fine," you know. It's like it's like
I'll
a riff
put it
on
back in.
Put it back
in. Then when he's in the helicopter, he says, What is that? What even is that?"
Yeah.
The term "you want to occupy the skin of another human being" was very foreshadowing. I don't even think he realized, but because that's pretty much what he did when he held his head up with the gun. It was also like usually I was like, "Oh, that looks really distracting." To see him hold up his head like that. That's really disturbing. Holy crap!
I think I got the guy blown. I think he got him blowing to bits here. I think I was able to catch it. Unfortunately, but they all think it's that's why this movie is so great. And I got to tell a quick story. First time I saw this, we were up at my brother-in-law's house with my nieces and nephew, like young kids, like 10, 12, 13. And I was not in charge of renting the movie, but family movie night, right? So my sister-in-law went out and got the movie. And you know how this movie opens. The scene in the opening, and they're all looking at me, yelling at me. I'm like, I did not pick this movie. I'm like, who rented a rated R? Who rented Tropic Thunder with the little kids around? I was getting yelled at, and I'm like, it was you, it wasn't me. I'm like, this is not a good idea, But
so who did it?
It was my sister-in-law who rented it. She rented Tropic Thunder. She went to the video.
What did
store.
she fucking think it was?
I know. Yeah. Like, what did you think it was?
I mean, nobody did nobody read the case ever?
Yeah.
Well, not just that. I mean, there's nothing in the poster in the
yeah.
on the video case or anything that fucking indicates that this is any kind of kids movie or it's a war movie from the that's what it looks like,
Well, she thought it was a comedy. She's like, well,
because Jack Black was in it, I suppose.
Yeah, she's like, I thought it was a comedy. And then it opens up with the pussy scene.
This is a few years after
I loved it when people realized that Tenacious D and Jack Black were the same thing. It was hilarious.
Finally, right? Yeah. Although
I knew who Jack Black was way back when because of
I was a fan since the 90s with Tenacious D.
So like I was fine. He was one of those people I kept following because I'm like, yeah, he's gonna be somebody someday.
You watch,
Yeah.
And of course, one of my
High Fidelity was the moment I realized that he was gonna go. Yeah,
that's the one I was about to say
because he stole the whole fucking movie. That and Cable Guy. Speaking of Ben Stiller,
he's
not in Cable Guy so much.
Singing that song, dude. Sexual.
Oh
healing.
yeah, Let's Get It On, or was it Let's Get It On? Was it?
Yeah, it's Let's Get It On. That was it. I fucking love that movie, dude. We should do that sometime. God damn.
Well, and that's kind of how I vicariously, because he was in this other movie years before, a couple years before that. Yeah.
Oh, Mark. Yeah, I sent you. I made two video. I made 2 video clips.
Oh, there it is.
I should grab those. Yeah. Yeah, I was just gonna do those now, Gary. Yep.
I love the look in his face. Actually, the look in his face.
Yeah, the dude's like, "What? These people are animals."
Factory, baby.
Oh my god! Right there.
Oh, Jesus!
Oh my god! I mean, that's even gross knowing it's a fake head, and he's got to do that, right? I mean, that's still. I hope he got paid in TiVos for that.
And when he bounces it, the mouth opens and closes.
That
he
is
makes
great.
Him talk.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm going to make sure because I'm the director. I'm from London.
I direct plays.
This movie is still a stare. I was laughing like crazy watching it again.
This is a great fucking flick. I mean, like, that's the thing is like just the 2 parts together or alone could be a good movie. And then you got these 2 parts with the Les Grossman and this stuff. Yeah. Sorry.
By the way, I wanted to tell you, I didn't see the poster. I just heard there was a new Will Ferrell comedy back in when my kid was little, back in 2003. And I went to see Old School with my daughter.
Oh, no.
I got the fuck up and walked out of that theater with my kid covering her fucking eyes going, oh, wow. I'm not going to ever just go to a Will Ferrell film again.
Well, I still don't understand why we live in this world where, and I'm not trying to like shame you or anything, Gary, but I am.
Fuck you, Tom.
Now here it is.
Where parents, stopped paying attention to ratings and shit. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, I just saw Will Ferrell's in this movie, and I'm like, let's go see that. And we went to a matinee, and I actually walked out the first time the fuck word was said and titties, and I just went, we are in the wrong movie.
Well, and I would just, on the other hand too, I would think they would have at least warned you on your way in.
Nobody warned me.
That's bullshit, because every time, because I had a cousin that was older, like closer to my parents' age, so his kid was closer to my age but a little younger, so he would drop us off at the movies all the time, and if it was an R-rated movie, he'd just walk us up and say they can go in to see the movie. I'm their dad, blah 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 blah. Well, and they would generally warn them, do you realize the blah blah blah? And they're like, yeah, don't worry, the shit they watch at home ain't nothing compared to this,
And these people were friendly with me. They knew who I was.
Yeah, I would think they would have said something.
A fucking word.
Because the one time the reason I was going to say is because the one time I wish that we would have listened to him, because I actually like the movie now as an adult, but I was 12 years old when it came out. My cousin was like 10 or whatever, and we went to see Bram Stoker's Dracula, and the trailers were very misleading on what that movie was going to be. And we get up to the box office, and his dad buys the tickets and everything, and the lady's just kind of like, are you sure that this is a movie for these kids? And he's like, oh no, they're fine, they see this shit all the time, blah, the usual spiel. And she's like, no, I get that part, but I don't think this is what they might think it is. It's a lot different than what I think they're thinking it is. And we're like, no, we're cool with it, don't worry. But yeah, we should have listened to her. Like a half hour into the movie, we both looked at each other, we're like, yeah, this is fucking boring.
I was going somewhere different with that, I thought. Because my mom used to drop my brother and I off at the theater to see whatever the hell we wanted.
Yeah, no, we were so used to seeing, like, we were waiting for, like, kick your ass Dracula, blood and guts, and it's this fucking tragic love story shit. We're like, what the fuck? And then you got Keanu Reeves doing a British accent and fucking all this other shit, and we're just like, oh god, this is not what we pictured. Because the trailer had him looking all like badass and the bat and stuff like that. It's like you only seen one scene in the movie, but they make it look like it's a hell of a lot more in the trailer. And we just wanted to go see some cool gore and special effects. But yeah, that was the one time that we made a mistake.
By the way, who is Al Pacino?
That'd be the gay black man.
This was before Kanye West by a year.
Was it?
What? Yeah, I thought Kanye was a few years before.
I thought he didn't get big until 2004.
I do know
he had Gold Digger and a few other things pretty early on.
Did he? Because I always assumed that's.
So I used to play those when I DJed at the bar. He had a couple of them. Yeah.
Okay, so
he's kind of a parody of Nelly and Kanye and
Nelly,
50 Cent and a few of those other guys at that time that were all, they had their different brands and stuff like that.
I do know that Al Pacino. Now I gotta get my turn straight. Okay, the actor. I was gonna mention the actual Al Pacino. The actor who plays Al Pacino in this movie was originally supposed to go to Kevin Hart, but the reason why he didn't do it is because he did not want to play a gay black man.
I'm glad that he didn't, because I'm not a big fan of Kevin Hart.
He's only good
too over the top for this movie.
Well, he's good in two things: the first Jackie Chan film and Friday.
He's always Kevin Hart.
Really quick,
he was in Friday.
No,
wait, I'm thinking Kevin Hart. Yeah, fuck Kevin Hart. He's not.
I like Kevin Hart.
You're thinking of Chris Tucker.
Chris Tucker's who I'm thinking of. But yeah, Kevin Hart.
What'd you say,
Dustin?
Go ahead.
I like movies with Kevin Hart when he does movies that are appropriate for Kevin Hart. You know what I mean? He does those movies like The Rock and all that stuff. They're entertaining. Would he have been good in this? Maybe, but
my problem is I don't like his shtick, because his shtick is just basically Martin Lawrence meets Eddie Murphy. And here's a problem. Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence were already kind of half-assed doing their own thing mixed with Richard Pryor. So you have like a copy of a thing going on there, and that's why I don't like Kevin Hart, because like he kind of reminds me like Melissa McCarthy is basically stealing everything John Candy and Chris Farley did.
Yeah.
it's just like you got to come up with your own thing to mix with that, because like to me that's what Kevin Hart is. He's literally just a carbon copy of Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence.
But he's
not doing, and he's not doing. It's like from Wish, right? It's like
tiny Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, you didn't order it. It didn't show up like it looked like it did on the ad.
And he's too hectic. He's like always over the top.
Retard, man.
Funny, like Dustin said, in certain roles it works.
It's because he doesn't know how to do the manic thing, the frenetic thing. Like Eddie and Martin have a way of doing
retard,
it.
Man.
He's trying to emulate that, and they're doing what Richard used to do, right? You know, so it's like you can see the whole lineage, but he's, you know, that far removed. If anybody's seen the movie Multiplicity, he's number 4.
Yeah.
Or number 3 or whatever the hell they call him. One that said Steve, calls everybody Steve. Yeah.
So we got the full retard kind of stuff. We got the full retard.
We're already full retard. We together as a panel, we are fully retarded.
Forrest Gump sounds dumb, looks dumb. Is he full retard? Not quite.
By the way, for those, in case we have any issues with YouTube later on, this stream is currently now officially on Twitter /X/Twix, whatever you want to call it. It is officially on there live, so we get a lot of views from Twitter. Good. So just so you know, Rumble will be the next thing we're going to start outsourcing. So to get this stuff, just in case the censorship ramps up, because you know how this stuff goes around these parts. So yes,
am I allowed to clip the full R, or is that something you can't play?
What do you mean clip the full R? The N word.
No, not the N word. The R word.
That's in that video I sent you. I sent you that clip.
Well, I mean, I just said it, so.
What's done? The stream's already.
And that's a meme already. So I mean,
yeah.
I also sent the gay moment. Was so fun.
Yeah. I'm gonna edit it because it's 30 seconds.
Sean Penn went full retard.
Everybody goes gay. It's the Hollywood
trophy.
You can say retard on here. I don't care about that. Okay. If I get hit for that, fuck off.
So I'm gonna clip. Don't go full retard. I have the word is given. I can clip that. I wasn't sure.
I love that whole bit.
So if you didn't hear Mark, you can do the whole. Never.
I want you to keep the tard in retard. Okay.
Simple Jack. You do Simple Jack.
87.
I hate that word so much that I've always said the TARDIS should be referred to as just a slow time machine.
The short bus time machine.
It's just slower.
Do you ever drop character? Man, I don't drop character till the DVD commentary.
And he didn't.
He does a DVD commentary as the character.
As the character. Yeah. That was fucking great that he did.
I don't read the script. Script reads me.
What the hell is that
supposed to mean?
And I love the fact
when he says quoting the lyrics from Moving On Up.
That's why it's one of the greatest comedy performances. You got 2 of the greatest comedy performances of all time in this movie, right? Between fucking Tom Cruise and Robert Downey Jr. Just hands down.
It's so weird how one of the weirdest things that almost prevented Black from doing this movie was he didn't want to dye his hair blonde. Like, of all the things he does in this movie and everything else, that was almost his deal breaker. It's like, what? Just dyeing your hair blonde?
So here we go.
Oh, here. What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Oh, this scene is legend. Absolutely legend. Oh man.
So here's a question I could never figure this out. So do they have live rounds in these guns?
No,
they just
all they have is blanks, which is the illogical part of when they do what they do at the end. It's like all those real guns are laying on the ground. They don't pick them up. I'm like, why are you not picking them up?
I know,
because they're too stupid to know that they were just shooting blanks. But the other scene, like, how did they get away? I guess what
sounds like you on a weekend.
Oh,
this inappropriate joke is brought to you by Nick Weiser.
And don't play with yourself. It wouldn't look nice on my highway.
You know what? I'm glad you showed that, because I believe that the level of just the intelligence and comedy of Downey's character, the only comparison is Jackie Gleason is that damn Southern sheriff.
Oh, dude, him as Buford T. Justice was an insanely great performance.
Same with Les Grossman.
Yeah,
This film has so much great shit.
And
in
the
it.
full retard speech is one of the funniest fucking, because it's true. It's
And he brings
100% true.
He brings up the film I Am Sam.
Yes,
Because
well, that's what I say. Yeah, Dustin Hoffman, Rayman, look retarded, act retarded, not retarded.
remember
Got a
Sean
cause and
Penn?
shit.
Remember Sean Penn?
Yeah, Tom Hanks, Forrest Gump, slow, yes, retarded, maybe. He got braces on his legs and runs funny, but then
He's a
met
war
Nixon
hero.
and all that shit. He's a war hero.
You can't be a
Goddamn
war hero and be retarded.
You know any retarded war heroes? You went full retard, man. Never go full retard. You know, ask Sean Penn, 2001. I Am Sam. Remember, went full retard, went home empty-handed.
You were talking to me, man. Booties.
Oh, you get a payoff for that later, Tom. Remember that as a visual behind the Oscars? You see Tom Hanks as a guy in a wheelchair, and Sean Penn is a blind dude.
I was Foster in San Antoine.
And you know, sorry, I know this movie because I worked at a video store when it came out. So when I worked nights, this was one of the, we get away with throwing in some more risque stuff. And if we saw kids come in, we just hit pause or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, like, and this is one I had on. I had this one on repeat for a while.
This is where I love this where he takes the piss out of him for being Australian. It's fun. This is funny.
Yeah.
A dingo ate your baby.
That happened once.
It's a true story.
Cross the line. Cross the line.
So, did you ever always wish that one day we'd actually get a Simple Jack movie, though? I mean, no.
You make me smile.
By the way, this scene is a nod to another scene in Platoon when Charlie Sheen is out there in the rain.
Yep. Yeah. A lot of this stuff is,
Being the Sheen Machine. I like it. Sheen Machine.
Make my eyes rain.
I like how at Matthew McConaughey's office there's a Simple Jack like a board stand and it operates and everything. I was like, really? He has a Simple Jack stand. That was considered the worst movie of all time. So I'll let you know that his character was, I guess you could say at this point in time, was considered a failing actor, Tug Speedman. This was, I guess, supposed to be his redemption movie, basically. This is supposed to try to get him back on the map, you know, in this universe, of course, not in real life. Because, you know, we keep talking about people playing other people, and so we're clear. Oh, the panda, the panda he grew up with, he kills his own panda. Man, that's
awesome.
Brutal.
I hate panda bears. Panda bears suck.
Are you being serious, or are you actually?
I am. Panda bears suck.
Oh,
I mean, they're fat. They sit around eat all day,
They're
eating only one
adorable.
kind of food, and they'd be extinct if everyone didn't take care of their fat asses. I mean,
It's true.
They're
Just
useless
because they're
animals.
cute.
It's because they're
dumb.
cute. If
That's why
pandas were
God
ugly,
made
they
them
would have been
cute.
They would have been extinct 200
Because God's like, these things are too
years ago.
stupid to survive. I better make them cute, like a puppy cat.
Yeah. I mean, pandas are fucking useless.
They're the only
useless
animal that
creatures.
doesn't change from the time they're a baby to adult. They look exactly the same.
Yeah. Send hate mail to Nick Weiser, care of Nick Weiser.
Yeah, you just made a lot of fucking enemies there.
Milli
Like,
Vanilli of
how the
patrons.
fuck could you hate pandas? Pandas are pure bliss. Like,
Yeah.
I would refer to that as Mark's hero moment of all these shows. Is standing up
of
and
all
saying,
the things
"I don't like
Mark
it."
UC has ever said, I did not expect him to
It
say
was pretty random.
that.
Yeah, in fact, I'm going to make a
just
meme
a
right now
left
about
I've been
it.
seeing a
comment.
flood of these panda
Please.
videos lately, though, Mark. I don't know if you see
Yep.
these, though. I got to say that pandas are actually good parents. Did you see these ones recently?
No,
yeah, because like this one mama panda was really like the one specifically I remember. And there was another one too that was similar, but where they're in the zoo thing. So there's like a stairs that goes up to their little cul-de-sac thing, and the baby kept climbing up on the hill instead of using the stairs. So the mom would get pissed and toss the baby back down and try and make him use the stairs.
We missed one of the greatest lines in the movie. When it says,
God,
yeah. The thing I love most in the world. I heard the Lord Jesus killed him.
It's all right. Stay calm.
It's just packed full of those lines.
I'm just
He
gonna
starts
remember
giving him instructions on how to clean up killing a hooker.
Yes.
Of all the right.
You're gonna need some bleach.
I'm a huge fan of Pooh Bear though, to set the record straight, because he knows where it's at. He can get the honey.
Of all, I'm just that's you mentioning your hatred of panda bears is equally as random as Zack Snyder going Zack Snyder on the Geeks and Gamers Street.
Which is funny because pretty much panda bears are Pooh Bears.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. But Pooh knows how to handle a weapon, if you recall.
Whoa, what?
He's going to burn the world. He's going to burn it down, Pooh.
This is getting really weird.
I tend to do some chucking on the weekends.
What?
I'm real handy with nunchucks and throwing stars. I'm a little throwing star.
Isn't this where he's about to get tied up? Literally,
I do love when Pooh walks around with that rifle in the cartoons.
Oh, he drank the wine.
Oh God, he's lucky he didn't get fucking dysentery from that shit.
Oh, Alpha, do you have any booty sweat?
You're right, Dustin. Yeah, Pooh's got that rifle. He's on guard, right? Yeah, pandas wouldn't know how to handle a weapon. That's why I like Pooh. Yeah,
there's just so many videos of pandas just falling off of shit.
Although again, Crocodile Dundee, it called Crocodile Dundee.
That man's a national treasure.
Jack. He called him a few times. Called him Kangaroo Jack.
A little racist, yeah, or xenophobic anyway.
I forgot all about Kangaroo Jack.
Oh, that's a horrible fucking movie.
Oh my God!
Think about your baby.
I didn't see it.
You know that's a true story. Lost a kid.
It is true, right? Yeah,
yeah. It turned out to be true. Yeah.
They
like the shit they went through, yeah.
That's what he does the theme song from the Jeffersons.
We're moving on up.
Took a whole lot of trying just to get up there.
Oh. Yeah, just because from a show don't mean it's not true.
Then, like, he had surgery to have his skin darkened, right? And then in the end of the movie, he's wiping it off. I'm like, how does that fucking work?
He went from surgery because like, hey, look,
because the surgery thing was probably just for show, like it's not even real.
It totally was. That's what I got out of it.
Because what his character is obviously making fun of is like these guys like Daniel Day-Lewis and shit like that, who would literally like get to this point where like, what's next? You're gonna chop off your fucking limb just so you can play an amputee or something?
It's
like,
just ridiculous.
Yeah.
And they're right too, because those actors usually win the Academy Award, right? Whenever you play someone with a disability, it's like you're in like Flint, unless you went the full retard like an I Am Sam. Yeah, I mean, Daniel Day-Lewis, how many disabled characters did he play that won Oscars for?
Just that, and just he's so method, and he gets so into the characters and the roles, like even Abraham Lincoln and shit like that. It's like, Jesus Christ, man! Like you can really take some liberties, but
lighten up, Francis.
Yeah. What's weird is he's like a carpenter or some shit like that when he's not acting, or isn't it? Is he a carpenter? What is he? I'm trying to remember now.
Wow. But he's retired from acting now, right?
He retires, but he only does a movie every once in a while when he wants to. Yeah. And then he ends up winning an Oscar every time.
But
kind of like the Meryl Streep of men.
You hate pandas. I just the most randomest shit ever. I'm still blown away by that. I think I'm starting to now like recover from the randomness of that. Jesus.
Anyway, he adopts the kid.
Oh, dude.
Half squat.
Of all the freaking, I was like, he gave him that little freaking like a tiki guy type of thing. Is like I'm like, okay, that must be based off something that happened in Simple Jack. And all of a sudden, before you know it, he adopts him of all the damn things. He took a lot of abuse from everyone to all of a sudden get in someone's good graces. Damn. God. And especially when he's given the gums of the teeth of the old guy and the expression he makes on his face when they put it in. I felt the grossness of that. I was just like, oh, that is nasty. Can you imagine just putting someone else's teeth in your mouth?
That's gross. That's just so gross. Especially dentures like that.
Yeah.
It's like, oh God. I mean,
all right, I just sent a graphic to you guys.
He looked like he wanted to throw up in his mouth a little bit when he did that. Seriously, he had that look like I'm trying not to throw up. It made me think either he's really making you believe he's doing that, or what? He actually did have something nasty there. Probably wasn't someone's actual dentures, but it had to have been something gross to really pull that off.
Hey, Mark, Nick, I tagged you guys, and I also sent you something private in the group.
Oh,
just from Mark.
You're always just something private. He told me
it's a dick pic. I'm telling you now.
Oh,
be prepared. It's huge.
That's funny.
So it's not mine.
Oh,
I suffer the Irish curse.
That's good.
I don't know if anybody knows that joke about the Irish having tiny peckers and just wiggling your pinky.
It's not a joke, it's a fact.
Yeah, fuck you.
It's just all foreskin.
Yeah, and I've been circumcised, damn it.
There's nothing worse than a girl getting excited seeing that huge tube and then realizing it's just a little tiny penis all tucked up in there.
By the way, there's 100 of you in here. That's insane. Thank you guys.
Love the fact your boss is a 12-year-old.
Mark, you can show it what I made for you?
Oh yeah, I'm getting it over. Yep. I'm just checking something right now.
I posted it on the interweb.
Yep, I'm getting the other comments. Yep. So or the other clips ready. Yep.
Oh.
Hit the like button, everybody. There's 100 people watching
like
and need more like button hit.
Yeah, thank you for being here. And yes, once again, for those still coming in, or even just a reminder, we are on here and on X/Twix. So, yeah.
Please don't hurt me.
Please don't hurt me. I don't know how they got Tom Cruise for this movie. I know we highlighted earlier that he wanted.
Well, he's friends with him in real life.
Ben Stiller.
Yeah, him and Ben Stiller. Yeah,
they go back.
Oh no, that's a
because Ben Stiller does such a good spot on Tom Cruise.
Well, wasn't Tom Cruise in? Or no, I'm thinking of. No, he wasn't in Platoon, was he? He was.
No, he was in the 4th of July.
Or on the 4th of July one. Yeah, I was probably crossing over with that. Yeah,
which is just I don't like that movie.
Wasn't there a movie that those two were in together early on? I'm trying to think.
Good old, you got the VHS. A good.
I know that he's in the special features of one of the Mission Impossibles that he pretends to be his body double.
Really?
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I swear they've done a few things before together. I'm trying to think.
Definitely not the pairing I expected to hear about. Wow. Wow. Okay. Tom Cruise does have friends in Hollywood. I always thought he just kept to himself as this guy who just kind of stays in his own lane and stays in his own crazy. Does that mean Ben Stiller is an alien guy too? Do we know anything about that? Is Ben Stiller an alien guy like the way Tom is or was? I don't know if he still is.
Oh, I don't know if he's into Scientology. I've never heard that.
Oh, we know he made it very clear. Not only do they not negotiate with terrorists, the fact that he told them off over a money deal was
we don't negotiate with terrorists.
We don't negotiate, but the fact that he told off those guys and just hung up on their asses and said, "Oh, we'll make a thing about this, guys. We'll set up a foundation."
Yeah, but then he says, "Find out who that was." He didn't even know he was doing it.
Oh man.
And somewhere way, way, way down the line, we'll file an insurance claim.
Did you know originally Matthew McConaughey was not supposed to be playing oh God, why did I forget his
Before I snap your dick and shove it up your ass.
character's name? Oh, Rick. What a weird name by Rick Peck.
Rick.
It was originally supposed to be Owen Wilson, actually, which would have made sense considering Owen Wilson. Yeah, it totally would. Owen Wilson and Ben Starr obviously did 800 things together, probably including being gay.
They're like real life buddies.
Yes.
As is Coogan and Owens. All the way up until I think he cleaned up his life. Owen Wilson did.
God, what was I gonna get? Oh, Owen Wilson had some pretty personal issues at the time that were pretty dark. Actually, it's a rare period of darkness for Owen Wilson, and well, we got this. Send 50 million. You see no simple jack again. This is Flaming Dragon. Who? Okay, Flaming Dragon. Fuck face. First, take a big step back and leave.
Literally, fuck your own face.
Oh man.
In fact, it was like 3 or 4 years after this that Owen tried to self-harm.
Pull here, but Asia Jack is my territory. So whatever you're thinking, you better think again. Otherwise, I'm going to have to head down there and I'll rain an ungodly fucking firestorm upon you. You're going to have to go to the fucking United Nations and get a fucking blind resolution to keep you from fucking destroying you. I'm talking scorched earth, motherfucker. I will massacre. I will fuck you up. Oh, wonderful. Just poetry in motion. That whole thing was. I give you. Oh, here we go. The dentures. The.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
this is almost where Anima checked out. Because that grossed her out so much with the dentures.
Of all, I don't get grossed out by many things. That was one of the things I was just like, oh, that's nasty.
Don't put it in your mouth. Don't put it in your mouth. Oh, he put it in his mouth.
Oh, that's not really gay. That's what he said.
That's what. Yeah.
Well, he transformed into Simple Jack a little too much because now they realized he became this character. He inherited a son, and now he was no longer blah blah blah. What's his military character? I'm already forgetting his military character's name. Damn it, he's too many. Everyone's too many characters because everyone is everyone. Hot LZ, Tug Speedman. Yeah, I forgot his military name in this, but yes, we should have gotten a. Yeah, we should, but we never will. Well, that's what this movie was about. It was escaping. I was worried we learn about the game man, and he keeps saying that he's straight, but he mentions Lance. Like he's like, I meant Nance, not Lance.
Right.
That's coming up.
Oh, I love it.
Let me upload that. Yep.
Good.
Yeah, I clipped that because it was like so fucking funny, and I'm like, yeah, that's definitely a Toxic Tuesday clip.
Oh yeah, the confessions about do they have love back home? Yeah, I got a little special somebody. Yep, but good old Jack Black, man.
Was Lance out at that time from Backstreet Boys, or was he? Because he's gay, wasn't? But was that no?
Yeah, he was already out of the closet.
Oh yeah,
he was out.
He was long, dude. He came out of the closet faster than Tom Cruise came out of the closet in South Park. Like seriously, it was Oh, and I will not forget that Tom Cruise. Please come out of the closet.
Yeah, and then he went to work in the fudge packing factory.
Oh yeah, I am not a fudge packer.
My lawyer is here.
I will say, Brian, that was his first internship was in the fudge packing factory.
Who, Tom Cruise?
No, you.
Both of y'all.
Hey, as long as I get free fudge, I'm okay.
I actually volunteered there. I did no internship, Tom. I was like,
I knew you.
I'm into
Look at that phone.
So what you're telling me is you did it for the love of the fudge.
Love of the
or the packing, one of the two.
Yeah, the packing. It's the packing.
100 million.
It really does change the term impacted colon by far.
No,
That's
I
true.
want you.
It also, it's the first time I ever heard of peanut butter fudge. It was just like, oh, I didn't know that was a thing. Okay.
Oh, how about I send you a hobo's dick cheese? Then you kill him, do your thing, skin the fucking bastard, go to town, man, go to town. In the meantime, as usual, go fuck yourself.
I'm just snorted.
Lance. Listen here, Lance. Lance. What the fuck did I just hear, Lance?
Did you say Lance?
No.
Yeah, but I put in the whole Hollywood thing in there.
Yeah, I got it. I just break it up so we don't get.
You broke it
zinged.
up. Okay.
Yep.
That's funny as shit when he says
That's
that.
a broken arrow. Yep.
That sounded like Lance.
No, I said Nance. That's what I said,
It
Nance.
sounded like Lance.
Look, I'm Al Pacino, okay? I love the pussy, all right? Lay your ass back down and look at the stars.
It's funny. It's funny
Can't
he
get
didn't
away
say
with that
Gary.
now.
It's funny he didn't say Gary. He said Lance. It's weird.
Oh,
He said
yeah.
Gary.
That was a great
remember
line too.
when
Yeah.
Jack Black said that, I will swallow the gravy because he was tied up and he was begging to be
Oh
let
my
go.
God,
and
yeah.
What he would
This
do
is
to
my
be let go.
favorite speech here.
Oh, dude. Why it's your favorite?
It's physics. It's
It's
inevitable.
inevitable.
Get the insurance policy, right? Who cares about our friend, right? Yeah. Screw him.
We don't negotiate
Here we go.
with terrorists. And then is this where he does the dance?
Yes.
The infamous dance.
We
You
done
know,
it twice, right? Here
Wasn't
and then
this
Yeah.
around
The
his
credits,
time where
the
he
credits.
got up on the couch and talked about how much he loved women?
Yeah, this
I think
helped with his
this
image
was
after that,
all
yeah.
around that time. And that's I think he was still with Katie Holmes at the time. I think that's why she didn't do The Dark Knight, because he didn't want.
Eyeball.
I think he didn't want
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale to be macking with his wife.
Yep.
But yeah, so
Yeah, it
that's
was
why they
weird
got-
that she dropped out of that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they got Maggie Gyllenhaal. Which, as far as I'm aware, that was a big downgrade because Maggie Gyllenhaal was insufferable as Rachel. Like at that point, Harvey Dent did Bruce and Harvey Dent a favor, like offing Rachel.
Oh,
Like,
And I thought it was bad about talking about panda bears. Ouch.
Katie Holmes. No, Katie Holmes was at least likable as Rachel.
Yeah.
When she went, I like you, Bruce. I like Harvey. Ow. Oh,
And
A
she wasn't
lot
attractive,
of money.
like enough for two dudes to be fighting over, her. Especially billionaires.
dude, how two billionaires fought over such an unlikable human being? I'll never understand. I'll never understand that to save my own damn life. It didn't make sense.
You're talking about
Straight up.
Gyllenhaal, I hope.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, Kate Holmes is good in Batman Begins. Kate Holmes
She's
is
cute.
good.
Gyllenhaal, there's something off-putting about her face. I mean, that's the kind of face that I would lose a heart on over.
She's like an elementary school teacher. She just doesn't look, you know what I mean? Like, you know, it's whatever.
Yeah.
She's
Oh, the
The
forgettable.
thing I would have said to a girl like that when I was high school, I like you, but as friends.
Nah. We just explained, Brian. Tom Cruise. Well, that's a long story short. Tom Cruise is the reason that didn't happen. So, yeah. No, none else. Oh, he tagged him. Oh,
I am a little confused. I know.
Oh, here's part 3 of Gary's clip here.
When you wrote I Love the Pussy, was you thinking of dangling your dice on Lance's forehead?
Nah, hell no. What? Come on, look.
Man, everyone's gay once in a while.
I'm not gay. How about we do this? How about we all get back to work? Okay.
That is the most accurate thing ever said on Toxic Tuesday. I think that should be our new tagline.
Everyone's gay once in a while.
we down.
You have the biggest dick I've ever seen on a man.
I'll have a clip.
Like, I don't know if it's gay unless you like make eye contact while there's the blowjob. Blowjob's not that gay.
Half squat.
I came in through the back door.
In the ass?
Oh my.
No. That movie
Goes
still
the
freaks
boner.
me out to this day.
Oh my God, the cock.
Oh my God,
Thank
the
you, Mr.
cockroach.
Bond.
Oh my God, the cock. Oh my God, the cock.
There's no sense in going off half-cocked.
Oh my God, the cock.
By the way, when you guys did that, I didn't get to join you that night.
Yeah,
And,
we missed you. Yeah.
you know what's so horrifying about that scene? Is he's got him squealing, and you hear him, and the camera begins to move, and you hear squeal, squeal, squeal.
Oh,
Yeah,
there's
I
that
can't believe
movie
you
thing
missed
I was
that one.
talking about, the Simple Jack movie thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I did not expect Richard Peck to actually go to the battleground where they were on to actually try to save this. I'll hear he talks about looking up that gravy. Oh, that was special. I had nothing to
Yeah,
add
I
to
couldn't stop laughing at that one.
No, I mean, it's definitely it's a moment of toxicity, that's for sure. This is probably definitely the most, and it's saying a lot, but this definitely was him saying probably his most very toxic line of the movie. Jeff Portnoy's line here. This is his moment of toxicity. The things he is willing to do when he says, "I'll cradle balls, stroke the shaft, work the pot." Get over here, buddy.
And by the way, there is a joke in there that doesn't pay off until the end of the film, and I don't think anybody ever caught it. The whole Jennifer Love Hewitt thing.
No.
Yeah, which is in the Academy Award. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah, because
yeah, you're
says,
right.
what about you? You aren't you dating that Jennifer Love? No, that's just conjecture. And then later at the Oscars, you see him kissing Jennifer Love Hewitt at the Oscars.
Yeah, I didn't
Well,
know
that's
she was in the movie, but I didn't know it as a thread.
But Jay Baruchel's with her, not
The other guy,
Downey's
right.
character. It was the other guy. Yeah, it was
Yep.
Jay Baruchel's character who's actually got her. Yeah, and he wasn't he in the movie where like he was with the really hot blonde girl from it was in Star Trek. What's her name? It was like she.
Oh, the English chick.
Out of his the English out of his he was like out of his league or something or yeah. So
That's a
ended
great
up with-
movie, dude.
Yeah. He's like an air traffic controller or security at TSA, and then he helps her get through, get onto the plane.
I like Jay Baruchel. I think he's funny.
Yeah, it's good.
I like
Yeah,
his
no, it's
films.
good. Yeah.
You know,
Guys-
he's best known for How to Train Your Dragon, but I like his comedies.
Any thoughts on this line here?
He's definitely not wrong.
No, he's not wrong at all. Nick the Greek gets it.
Get
And
it
you know
over here,
why?
buddy.
Why the Greek older brother never left home, right? 'Cause he didn't want to leave his little brothers behind.
Oh.
Oh, God.
Super fucking gay.
The music.
I love this scene because he puts white makeup over top of his black makeup. It's like the Joker scene in Batman back in '89.
Yes, and the eye makeup. That's what kills me.
I mean, it's like the little touches in this movie that make it so great. It's like some of the stuff that they really, really try so hard to make funny just kind of fall a little flat, but it's the tiny things that just make the movie great.
Oh, by the way, there's a moment there. If you didn't catch it when they're crawling through the water, you see condoms on the ends of their M16s, which is something you would actually do.
What?
Yeah.
Condoms?
If you're going to go through water with your M16, you always had condoms with you, and you were told to wrap them on the end and rubber band them.
Mm-hmm.
So
They had
no
a lot
water
of problems
goes
with that rifle in Vietnam initially. Yeah.
Yeah, water in that barrel will fuck it up, and it'll cause all kinds of problems.
Wow.
The M16 is a pussy gun.
I will.
I mean, it's shooting an underpowered cartridge anyway. But I mean, that's a whole other
223.
story.
Yeah, 5.56.
Yeah. People think
It's rodent. It's rodent.
Powered, but
it's
not.
that's all it is. It's a glorified 22 with a lot of powder behind it.
Yeah.
I learned something new today. I still need.
I mean, it is a 22 caliber bullet. I mean, that's essentially what it is. And then it's just got a big cartridge behind it.
It's longer. Yeah, no longer. It's longer than your average 22. And thank God. It's got no girth though. No girth. No girth.
I mean, it's only like 10 grains heavier than a standard 22 long rifle.
Yep.
Oh, that's a great.
This little kid is great, by the way, as the leader.
Oh, dude, this kid's awesome.
He's been in a bunch of other movies. He's obviously much older now. This is like 100 years ago. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, Brandon Suhu is his name. Brandon Suhu.
I think this is one of his first movies. I think it's one of his first ones. Like, definitely, at least as far as major movies, this is definitely one of his earliest ones for my pea brain. Oh yeah. Well, hold on. You said you were a farmer. What farmer? Kid loses his mind. All of a sudden, he lets out the guns. I'm a lead farmer, and starts shooting. Such a great moment.
Lead farmer. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. Oh, so good. Yeah.
He's been in some DC stuff, voice work. The kid.
Really? Who has he voiced?
I don't know. He's in Teen Titans, The Judas Control, and he's in Justice League Teen Titans.
Okay.
He was in the Dusk Till Dawn series.
I almost blinded Jamie Lee Curtis on Freaky Friday.
I want to know the details of that one. Yeah.
I'm the fat man.
It says here is also in the TV show Community.
Oh.
How many episodes did he do in Community? I'm trying to look.
I don't know. I'm going to go look it up right now. I'm going to go to his IMDb page.
Enough shit here. Light this place up like it's the 4th of fucking July. Mm-hmm.
His name sounds like something from Dr. Seuss. Brandon Seuss.
Like Cindy Lou Who. Yeah.
What are you?
Like, so it's not like he was like the token Asian of the Grinch.
Oh, he's in Ender's Game. He played Fly Molo in that.
Fly Molo?
Yeah, one of the students, soldier students.
First you said right back, now you say Poppy Farm. I diversify. Yeah, totally gonna buy that. Where's your farm?
He played young Storm Shadow in G.I. Joe: The Rise of Cobra. That really terrible film.
Oh, I didn't see that.
He's in 3 episodes. He plays Ben Chang on Community.
I like the kid, but no, he did not need to be in a low tier G.I. Joe movie, especially from a studio that cannot get G.I. Joe right. And I'm a pretty much a normie who comes to the Joe, and I know they can't get there. Where's my motherfucking farm?
Now, I know this is going to be hard for you to imagine, but he's in a martial arts TV series, Super Ninjas.
Oh wow, I can imagine. Wow, big shocker. I couldn't imagine. I mean, it's like what are the stereotype? He pulled a gun out of his gonads or his taint.
What I love is,
dude, it was in his taint.
This is kind of a classic comedy trope, and we have like 3 amigos.
Having to dig for it.
Well, no. I mean, just this whole idea of in Galaxy Quest and this really kind of go in tandem. Like, it's a nice little trio of movies where you have actors who think they're acting and then they find out they're in a real situation. You know what I mean? Like, it's a funny. It works. It's something we haven't had in a while. Hopefully, we get another one soon. You can almost throw Bowfinger in there as similar, and I'm sure there's some older films that I can't think of offhand, or even maybe some Three Stooges episodes. They use similar premises, but yeah, it just seems like an old tried and true comedy premise that still holds up.
There was a few variations of the story that they were concerned before they obviously landed on this whole thing of them, living in pretending to be in a war movie that actually ends up being like a war situation. They were originally supposed to be in like more of a boot camp type of situation where they would come back with PTSD. Obviously, we did not get all that because our guys presumably come back not only in one piece, but not with the post-traumatic issue of that all. But yeah, there's quite a few versions of where they're gonna go for before they landed on how this final product turned out. I'm glad they end up with this because I don't feel like the PTSD would definitely hurt the comedy angle of this. I feel like that would definitely downplay the.
Well, and I think that comes from the original inspiration, which was that making Platoon was almost like its own war in and of itself. So that's kind of where it all come from. Is like, they could almost have imagined what it was like for those guys in Vietnam to a point, just because of all the shit they were being put through by Oliver Stone, and his need for authenticity and all this other shit.
And on top of that, he's a deranged communist.
Exactly. Well, yeah, he's a little deranged. Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at. Yeah, Oliver Stone.
Even though I work for Dale, and I do keep my mouth shut about it, but Dale knows I don't like that guy at all. He's one of Dale's oldest friends. I'm like, yeah, I can't stand that guy.
Want to come with us, dude? Yeah, where he realizes, oh crud, he's no longer the lieutenant. He's Simple Jack because they basically reprogrammed him to be Simple Jack. Oh man. And I'm glad we touched on this scene because it shows you like sometimes you get I guess it kind of hints at like celebrities, how some celebrities can be really so up their own ass that you have to like kind of kiss their ass in a way to say, look, we love you, but you need to snap out of it type of moment. And I was like, wow, that seems like something that probably happens in real life. Like if a celebrity is probably like on a tangent, maybe being in their character that they morphed into when they had to,
well, that's another thing was just the clash of personalities on Platoon, right? You got Charlie Sheen, Willem Dafoe, Tom Berenger.
Holy crap, that had to have been a lot to contain because that's like a
plus. You had Johnny Depp and Ben Stiller in smaller roles. I mean, yeah, a lot of people
and all that. Seriously, that had to have been stressful, especially for some of those guys who are probably vying for screen time. And they were, especially with that many big names.
And it's an intense film if you've ever seen it. It's a good film.
I've seen Platoon. It's a good movie.
I mean, that's the thing. As nuts as Oliver Stone is, he does know how to make a good fucking movie.
Yeah, it's like my one complaint about the film is just that final fucking line. It's so stupid. We traveled 1,000 miles to fight ourselves. It's like, fuck off.
I got into Platoon because of a band I used to listen to when I was in high school. There was a quote. I can't remember who said the quote in the movie, but the line was death. What do you all know about death? And I was just like, oh, what? That sounds like something from like a movie. And I looked into it online, and then surely enough, I'm like, oh, it's Platoon. Okay, I'll see that. And I realized it was gonna be this big, long, crazy movie. I'm like, whoa, what? But yeah,
what the best line in that movie was, though, Nick, right?
Which Platoon. One? There's a few of them
in Platoon. The greatest line, there's one single great line in that film delivered by Dale Dye when he orders a fire mission on their position, and he calls the fire mission in, hangs up the receiver, and says, what a lovely fucking war.
I remember.
I got to imagine that Jack Black's drug issues is probably based on Chuck. Because that was when Charlie was deep into...
Oh, I think, yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Yeah. Probably whatever else he could get his hands on at that point.
Yeah,
well, this
yeah. I would say that one definitely checks out, Tom.
Yeah, I buy it. And this was
Charlie Cocaine Sheen. I mean, it was his literal middle name for a while.
This was 3 years before Charlie Sheen came out as By Winning. I remember when he came out like that. Some say you're bipolar. I'm by winning.
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 This is the Close Encounters moment.
Oh, They only laugh at my farts. The guys come into a room, all guns pointing. All of a sudden, he freaking rips it, and they start laughing. He shoves the powder in their face.
Is that supposed to be opium or raw cocaine?
I don't know.
Opium.
I'm not.
I think it's opium or
Because it knocks those guys out. They'll be out for a few days or whatever he said.
I know he said something like 60 days or something like that.
I almost thought it was that or heroin, but yeah.
It's not cocaine.
It comes from poppy fields.
Yeah, they use the poppy seeds, but yeah.
What? Yolanda Gaines wasn't mentioned that so began his script while doing Platoon or shortly after.
Kind of. I mentioned that was his inspiration for this, yeah.
Yeah, I remember you mentioned inspiration, but as far as starting the script,
well, we were kind of talking a lot about how, certain things clearly were based on actual people and events.
Well, they do the whole Elias death scene twice in the film.
Ooh.
And that's with the outstretched hands as he's being murdered.
Well, that's the big climax scene in Platoon, right? And I think that's the one that they're emulating.
The other sergeant says he's dead, but then he's not dead. And that causes Charlie Sheen's character to begin to really lose faith in him as a sergeant and a leader.
Our boy, guys, he still thinks he's Simple Jack. What are we gonna do about him, man? Hey, come on, fellas, we really gotta go. We love you. You're
great
great.
moment,
You're amazing. They're trying to basically like let him know, yes, we love you for what you are. You're our inspiration. We reiterated your lines, and he's just, Simple Jack is not snapping out of it. He's just not having it. He believes
because they even have the swell of music to let you think that he's gonna come through. It'll be him. It's like, nope, he's not here.
The placement of the music in this movie to make you think when it's gonna get dramatic, and then it doesn't. That is like, once again, only in a satire can you pull off the misdirect of the music. Not like when we were talking earlier about the Taika Waititi fronted Thor movies, where the dramatic moments would get hampered down by the comedy. But when you're doing it on a movie that's obviously super satire, this is when it makes sense to dampen what seems to be
chopper.
Oh yeah, he says a few times. I was like, wow, I really want to emphasize the chopper in this. It's me, Tuck who? I don't know. Who are you? Oh, I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude. And they start to realize he's Kirk Lazarus. You do a dude that don't know what dude he is. Oh, you're a dude who has no idea what dude he is. What the fuck
are you guys talking about?
Take care of these yahoos!
You can focus up now, motherfucker, and say, it's me, Tug! It's me, Tug. That's right!
There's the second part. Thanks for grabbing that, Gerry. Yep.
Now, Tug who? Tug who? I don't know. Who are you? Me? I know who I am. I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude.
What?
His reaction is what cinches that moment.
What? Of course it is.
Yeah.
Brian Bart, been a member for 2 months. Thank you, Brian. Says, hail. Question: what are your thoughts on Apocalypse Now and The Deer Hunter? It is a miracle that those two films are finished.
Very similar to Platoon, yeah. Both really
love Apocalypse Now. Yeah. Haven't seen it in a while. Have not seen The Deer Hunter.
That's such a good movie.
That's a tough watch, though. Yeah,
it's a hard watch. It's one of those,
look, man.
You don't want to watch.
I've had to watch it twice in my life. One time when it came out with my dad. Second time I had to do it for Military Monday. And I ripped that film an asshole for its historic inaccuracies of the Vietnam War. But the performances in that fucking film are so intense.
Makes the movie.
It is. Yeah. Christopher
it's a
Walken
lot.
And De Niro.
It's a strangely structured film. Because like you spend the first, is it like 45 minutes?
Their life.
It's
they're on the East Coast
at this bar or not a bar, it's a party kind of thing going on. What is it? I'm trying to remember.
Polish Orthodox Catholics.
Anyway, so you spend this whole bunch of time. It's kind of like the opening of Godfather if they extended it for 45 minutes.
Right.
And then you finally start getting into the Vietnam stuff a little later on. And it's like, it's.
And they didn't have a very big budget, so there's really not a lot.
Yeah.
And but the thing is a lot of guys really appreciated that De Niro, despite him being a complete douche in real life, did a good job of representing special forces in the film and how they conduct themselves.
I mean, dude's always been a good actor. There's no one that's really ever disputed that. He brings in good performances, brings in good work. I mean, even Dean Cain, when he was on, I think, Flashcast a few months ago, he said to himself, obviously, like he doesn't agree with how they align politically, but if he had the opportunity to work with them, he obviously would take it because obviously, meritocracy at the end of the day is, well, meritocracy. So good
De Niro
actors
wouldn't reciprocate though. He wouldn't
probably
deal with
wouldn't.
anything he didn't agree with. Probably.
Yeah.
I mean,
The stunts in
did he?
this
I
too are
don't
great, by
fucking
the
tell
way.
you. What's up? Say again, Gary.
I said the stunts in this are really good.
Did it
And the
make you want to
pyro.
move to catering after doing this?
No.
No.
But I will tell you this. Anima asked me a great question. She goes, "What's up with his ear?" I said, "He's a pyrotechnician, and you'll find a lot of guys that work in pyro and explosives that aren't really good at their job have a lot of missing ears or shit like that."
Well, that was a joke. He's
Couple
missing his pinky
finger.
finger.
Yeah.
when he's
Burned ear.
driving Miss Daisy, he lost a finger during driving Miss Daisy.
So
when
right,
you see pyrotechs with missing digits or burnt body parts, avoid them in the profession. Avoid them.
Kevin Sandusky, that's my name. So okay, when he snaps out and realizes that he's this character Kevin Sandusky, I originally thought we were gonna see on screen. I thought Jack Black as Jeff Portnoy. I thought he was gonna take a giant shit because he was. If you look at the way he was holding onto his ass, he's kind of in the position. And think about, because if you remember earlier in the movie, he did say he needed to take a 12-pound shit. So I thought that was going to be the setup and payoff of him finally, like, oh,
Well, and that's kind of the
problem.
problem. Well, I think isn't that has something to do with the opioids that he's on? Like,
it could. I don't know. I don't know how
yeah,
opioids
because
work.
like you get all you supposedly get all backed up or whatever. Yeah.
And I thought, oh, that's weird. He's holding on to his ass. Is this gonna be the part where he like lets out a Bono the way Bono did in South Park? And nope, didn't happen. Probably for the best. We didn't see that happen, but I thought it was going to. Oh, good old.
Well, there's
boy.
a good setup for it. I wonder if it's in an outtake or was considered at some point.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's set up for it. Like they they planted the seed, but did they? I don't think they ever truly let it blossom. I thought.
Well, it's because this movie didn't do the greatest at the box office. It did okay, but it really didn't find its audience until video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When my sister-in-law rented it, that kind of thing for kids. Yeah.
'Cause it was one of those movies I remember seeing it. I don't think there was that many people in the theater, but it was one of those I kept telling people about. I'm like, you gotta go see this movie because it's fucking hilarious,
Hey, Gary, you got a visitor.
Hey, Keely, what's up?
Hey, Keely, Jack.
Hey, Keely.
He came
Hey, you don't get
back
breach
door.
videos here, only on my channel.
It's okay,
Cradle the balls, stroke the shaft, work the
So,
pipe, swallow the gravy. Get it over here, buddy. Let's do this.
He sounds like Christian Bale right there. He sounded just like Christian Bale right there.
Get over here.
Yeah, the film was 90 million at budget, and its box office was 195.7. And so that is just barely.
I mean, it would have been successful had it not cost so much. Yeah, that's the thing. As a comedy, that's not a bad haul. But and then after, of course, the other thing that helped give it a second life was Robert Downey Jr. getting nominated. That's all I was going to say. Sorry, Gary.
Oh yeah.
No. I was just also saying that the film probably would have done a lot better if they hadn't had such a huge fucking budget.
Oh yeah.
50 million.
Were the actors?
What the budget was.
Well, it was a part of the actor.
Yeah.
Wow, and there's a lot of big special effects. You guys got to remember, this is still before they CGI'd every goddamn thing.
Yeah.
Like all the explosion, like a lot of the explosion, not all, but a lot of the explosions and stuff are the real deal. So I mean,
Did they remember to keep the camera running during the explosions? Or,
and that's the thing, they do the 2, 3, 4 big explosions, and but I'm sure the cast wasn't cheap either.
No, all this exposure. So I want to highlight, because even though we glossed over, but we'll just mention it real quickly. When Ben Stiller was originally going to go
This
back,
is a Tom Cruise moment, by the way.
They understand me. They get it. I have a son here. And all of a sudden he comes right back after they hear you hear some noise and commercial. It's like, okay.
I changed my mind.
Yeah, I changed my
I was wrong.
Or I was wrong. That's what it is. Right? Yeah, I was wrong. Blow the bridge. Blow the bridge.
And I hate to say this, but I knew that was going to happen.
Of course you do.
Oh, yeah.
It's
set up that way.
That's why it's comedy. Yeah.
Yep.
And the kid's like biting him and killing him, attacking him.
Looks like fucking Chucky on his back.
And then he flings the kid off, like
that is one of the funniest things I saw. I laughed so hard when that kid went flying through the air.
That's where you can't take this fucking movie too serious. And here comes another famous meme right here.
Sorry.
This movie generated so many memes, man.
Oh yeah, this was like a generation of memes, basically. Like this was like a model for memes for a long time. Look, and then it comes back to the scene, the very first scene from the movie, where he gets on his knees, does the hand position, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Cover me!" But this time, there's unlike the scene where they're practicing. And there's gonna descend. There's no like, how do we cover him? They even mentioned like, how do we cover him?
My God, I laughed so hard when he says, "Cover me," and I'm like, nobody has any weapons. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, this time there are no guns around, but and then he's just like, I can't feel my legs. Oh, they're in the water. Oh.
Yeah, he lifts him out of the water. Yeah.
Come on, mate.
I'm cold. No, I'm cold.
But he does. He finally cries here. This is a great payoff. And I got to tell you something. I actually got a little weepy watching this scene. Well, I'm laughing and got weepy.
I don't remember crying. Delivery. Only if I cried, it was because I cried laughing.
Yeah, I definitely.
Especially at Tom Cruise. Like he knocked me out in this fucking movie. Like because I generally don't like him. And this is one of those movies that kind of turned me to the point where I'm like, all right, I guess I can kind of stand him.
I wonder if Clobberin' Toms would watch that scene.
Oh,
he despises Tom Cruise. Yeah, if you're out there, buddy. Yeah, he won't watch Tom Cruise movies.
That is one guy that Clobby will never budge on. Is the Cruise?
Yeah,
Cruise. I have a better chance of not eating pizza than for him to. Not get all. Yeah, that should tell you something. The Clobby to be all in on Tom Cruise for one movie.
Yeah,
it's one of our clashes we have. As far as what is Ben Stiller doing these days, he doesn't seem to be as active. I know he obviously didn't have as many hits later on in his career, so maybe he slowed down. I don't know, but it's a good thing that McConaughey showed up with the giant TiVo and tossed it, because that's literally what saves their asses. Otherwise, they would have been fucked. My friend wants a TiVo.
He's been doing more producer stuff. He's been doing a lot of executive and producer. I don't see him doing a lot of actor stuff.
No, it's because he hasn't. He absolutely has not.
Nutcrackers in production, whatever the fuck that is.
Who?
Nutcrackers?
No, who are you talking about though?
Ben Stiller.
Oh, well, he's always been a producer, but yeah.
But I'm going to throw something in here that's really here's the odd thing about this movie is who co-wrote the script with him is Paul not Paul Theroux, but Theroux. I forget.
Yeah, we mentioned that earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the nephew of Paul Theroux, the author that wrote Mosquito.
Well, and Ben Stiller's also a nepo baby. Don't forget
that. Put that back up, Mark, for Brian to see.
It's 70s got it. Yep.
There it is.
What was it?
It says that 70s show loves docking. True story.
Ben Stiller was one of those things that Hollywood kept trying to make happen, and then he got lucky that he actually made a couple of good things.
Who's that 70s show? Sorry,
you dick.
I know I'm that 70s rock fan.
I know I'm poking fun at your name.
Hanging out down the street. Same old thing. Who has a whole channel?
Just a different week. There it is. Sean Penn and Tom Hanks.
Yep, I
up
see.
in the graphic.
Maguire.
And of course, John Voight is the odd one.
John Voight. Well, he's in the audience right here,
right there in front of him. You got other actors around him too, including Alicia Silverstone's in this scene.
Yeah.
I did not realize she was in this movie.
And Jennifer Love Hewitt is making out with Kevin, the character Kevin.
Yeah.
I love that.
The story that
everybody knows you never go full retard. What do you mean? Check it out. Dustin Hoffman, Rain Man, look retarded, act retarded, not retarded.
Yeah, you son of a bitch.
Jennifer
There
Love
she is.
huge
Yeah.
tits.
My God, she really has great knockers, dude. I shit you not.
Didn't she? She's the reason why what's his name wrote "Your Body Is a Wonderland." I don't understand that, but sure.
Al Pacino with his two boys. Al Pacino.
Yeah.
Lance.
Lance, yeah. Literally, it was an actual Lance. I remember, like, I thought, oh, okay, it was an actual Lance.
That was a great joke.
Yeah, that was a damn good joke.
I mean,
Got two picks to your cards. Autistic, sure. Not retarded. You got Tom Hanks, Forrest Gump. Slow, yes, retarded, maybe. Braces on his legs, but he charmed the pants off next to him and they won a ping pong competition. That ain't retarded.
A nutless monkey. Do your job. I
did
how
a lot of these jokes already.
Les Grossman basically gets to close out this movie
Hmm.
with telling off one of his workers, make him feel slightly small, then big. I'm joking, but you're still a nutless monkey. And then he does one last dance, and you can tell they gave him, like, I guess you could say, like, fake fat, because you could see him, like, juggling.
Oh yeah, it's got a yeah.
Tom Cruise is not like that at all. Obviously, he takes his health, very seriously, considering that we've seen how he runs and does his stunts, obviously, but still, it's funny shit because he actually, if you didn't know it's Tom Cruise, you could have sworn this guy was like this.
Well, he's got the scene from Risky Business, right? So he's got two of the greatest dance scenes in cinematic comedy history, right? I mean,
they're Mad Mardigan
true.
Favorite dance scenes.
Yeah,
and I'm going to put this in the private chat. Is Bill Hader
putting things in the private?
Well, it's the best part.
He likes to keep his private privates.
It's the interview with David Letterman when Bill Hader talks about meeting Tom Cruise on the set, and it's funny as fuck.
Yeah, I think I remember.
There it is, Justin Theroux.
Remember that?
I was like, wait a minute, what? Dramatic acting. Justin Theroux helped write a comedy. That kind of blew my mind.
Well, not many people thought Tom Cruise would be good at comedy, and surely enough, he's good at comedy. So you get surprised, Backdoor Gerry. You get an ass full of Cruise right there too. I guess
when
that ass
he reappears as the character Les Grossman on the Oscars, talking to young Tom Cruise during the scene of Risky Business. Fuck, that was great.
Yeah, I remember that. Man, that was at a time where, like, those types of shows would at least have some entertaining stuff. I remember that. Man.
So those are the only things I ever found funny about the Oscars or entertaining was the little clips they would make.
Oh yeah, well that's what it was for me.
The rest of it is pointless to me.
Of course, even the better shows whether they were or were not more merit based. It was always about the skits and stuff, the entertainment parts that were funny, and those were worth it. Like, I remember that's the only thing I care about. But at least they had that then. So
the Oscars were created by one of the biggest asshole executives, the heads of a studio, because he knew that it was money, because it would help the studios make more money on films by winning an Oscar.
It works, especially when they line up those movies by November,
Your
December,
marketing,
and say, "Hey, look, it's Oscar season. Look at my sophisticated flick." And also, oh my God, what a masterpiece. Tropic Thunder. You know what? Outside of a Les Grossman spinoff, this definitely works best as its own, unique one and done flick. Like, I feel like this is definitely one of those things where let's just say we did not ever get to this way where we are currently culturally now, socially. I feel like just the way they pulled off this movie, it would be impossible for them to pull something like this off again. Even if you took out the current climate, just pretend it never even went the direction it did now. I don't think they could even do it. They tried.
And the fact that it's not a lot of CG in this movie, as far as you can tell.
No, there's a few things that are added in the explosions, like the helicopter scene. Shit flying past the camera was added. Also in the blast,
yeah, there was some, but not like there's now.
Yeah, but this wasn't all green screen.
Very little.
Now.
Right.
Well, I mean, I'm not expecting Matthew McConaughey of all the actors to be run away from an actual explosion. I could let little things like that slide. Once again, it doesn't ruin it for me because you're not supposed to be thinking that.
I'm glad you brought that up, Nick, because when you see the overhead shot of him running into the jungle, that was CG.
Oh,
that was not him.
Oh, I knew it was. I knew. And then you're not supposed to be thinking of that. You're just supposed to think about him saving the crew from getting out. That's why you're not. It's not one of those things you're supposed to be thinking of. But I knew myself. But I can let stuff like that because once again, it's supposed to be about a satirical comedy movie first. And when the movie's
his adopted son. Oh my god.
Yeah.
In the plane, that scene. Fuck. It's so quick. But it's like, what a great payoff to that photo earlier in the film. Some of us don't really get a choice.
Yeah. Even if you even take out the C, not even once again, not even just the CG stuff. I get what Dustin's saying. It's just the actors at the right place. I feel like it was the right place, the right time type of situation. It's one of those things. Like also with everything that they were able to come up with, the subtle things, the over the nose things, the under the nose things, everything about this movie it was just one of those things where everything kind of just fell into place. And once again, it's almost good that Keanu Reeves was not in Ben Stiller's role. It was a good thing Owen Wilson was not, involved, and it was Matt McConaughey instead. It was just one of those movies that you couldn't imitate. You can maybe make movies influenced by it. I'd say that this should have spawned a generation of movies like it. If anything, it should have done that. It should have spawned a generation of rip-off movies. But instead, well,
they really should have made Satan's Alley for real.
Yeah. Well, we got Name of the Rose in the 80s, but
that's true. Less gay, but equally.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of Name of the Rose. Yeah, and we got a couple more clips thanks to Gerry. So here we go.
Goddamn war hero. Right. You know any retired war heroes? You went full retard, man. Never go full retard.
Sometimes I sit and I look at Robert Downey Jr.'s performance in this movie, and I'm just like stunned because like you can watch this movie and not even realize it's even him.
Yeah. You forget with the accent.
I mean, it's like such a method acting in a comedy film. It's such a weird dynamic.
Okay, I can back Putin's cat. I used to work with a guy, and he was at the red carpet showing for Mission Impossible Fallout. And he got to talk with Tom Cruise after Fallout, and Tom went and talked to fans and everything. He asked them what he went and talked to fans, asked them what they thought of the movie, what they liked, what they didn't like. So he does actually go out and talk to fans at their movies, at the premieres.
Time doing it, yeah.
So, and the fact that he's still doing that, I mean, it's obviously I know he's doing well for his age, but still. He's at a point where he doesn't have to. So, yeah.
Remember we did the thank you for everyone for Top Gun 2?
Like, that was awesome.
The theaters.
Yeah.
Instead of like half the time you get like, you have to come see my movie. And if you don't go see it, it's because you don't like certain groups or certain peoples or,
Well, Tom actually cares about the media. And, it doesn't mean that he's not without faults. For all the faults he has, he also has a lot of redeeming qualities as well. He does care about the medium of movies. He does love the theaters. He does care about the theaters. Yeah, and the fact that he goes out there and it wasn't like it was public knowledge about the whole thing that followed. One of my buddies went because he had a friend who was involved in the Punisher show, season 1 on Netflix, God, what was that guy? I can't remember the character's name, but he's the blonde-haired guy who had the mental health issues. If you remember in season 1 of The Punisher, his that was his friend on that show. But I remember when he said, "Yeah, I'm gonna be back from Hollywood in a few days. I'm gonna attend the fall premiere." And then he told me, "Oh yeah, Tom Cruise came out after." I was like, "Oh, that's awesome." He's like, "You're not gonna hear about it, but yeah, it was awesome that he did that." I see scores coming in. We'll get I'll acknowledge a few of these, and then we'll let these gentlemen talk about their toxicity-ness on this one. Juggalo Death Clock. Go ahead. Go ahead. No, go ahead. Just take it. Take it.
You don't buy that? Yeah, Sean Penn, 2001, I am Sam. Remember? Went full retard. Went home empty-handed.
I love Ben Stiller's look at the end of that. It's like it's registering in his eyes. Like what not to do. Yeah.
Juggalo Deathcock, 9 toxicity. You can read the rest there, and I'll highlight this for a few extra seconds. But he gave this a 100, a 10 out of 100. Perfect. I think he meant to say 100 out of 100 or 10 out of 10 for toxic manliness. From Matthew.
Can I talk
Brian.
with the sound, please?
That's it!
You're unbelievable, man. You're unfucking believable.
And you! Don't you ever do it again!
What don't you fucking understand?
You're back there in Hollywood making movies right now because of us!
Oh, good for you!
Oh,
and how was it?
That's what I sleep with every night. So I'm sorry.
No, don't just be sorry. Think for one fucking second.
I'm on the phone with every studio at night. Insurance companies. Producers!
Are you professional or not?
We are the gold standard.
What the fuck are you doing?
We are creating thousands of jobs, because they believe in us and what we're doing!
Hey, it's fucking distracting. Let's not take a fucking minute. Let's go again! And let's not have you fucking walking in.
We are not shutting this movie down!
The scene? Then why the fuck are you walking right through?
Anyone on this crew does it. That's
do I fucking walk around
and you do?
No, shut the fuck up,
If you
Bruce.
don't do it, you're fired. And I see you do it again, you're gone.
No!
Is it understood?
No! Don't shut me up. Give me a fucking answer.
You
what don't you get about it?
That's it.
You do it one more fucking time, and I ain't walking on this set if you're still
So
hired.
you're gonna cost him his job.
Fuck's sake, man, you're
No
amateur.
apologies. And they're looking at us and using us to make their movie.
It's the second time that he doesn't give a fuck about what is going on in front of the camera. All right? I'm trying to fucking do a scene here, and
I
I'm
don't
going.
ever want to see it again. Ever. I have told you, and now I want it. And if you don't do it, you're out.
Right, let's go again. Let's get Tom and put this back on. Let's go again. Seriously, man, you and me, we're fucking done professionally.
That's amazing.
Go. Where's that clip? Where's that clip, Mark?
Oh, which one? The
or did you have a?
Oh no, I did.
Clip?
I did play it, but we can always play this one again.
All right.
Let me. Yep. Here, this is a classic.
You went full retard, man. Never go full retard.
I sure.
Okay.
That's just so true with Hollywood. God.
Brian Barth, toxicity 10. Cosmic Vader, toxicity 10. Chinese race swapping procedures. And there's, you can see the rest of his Kevin right there. Mr. Zenon, 1994, says one of the funniest movies of all time, hands down. Toxicity equals 11 out of 10 bust a nut bars. Dude, I wish there was a bust a nut bar. I'd try that. Keely Child, toxicity 10. Soul Assassin, 9 out of 10 toxicity, 10 pandas for Mark.
Thank you. Yeah.
You have poured the floodgates with that one. Peter says Helicopter 2 is 11 toxicity. Jokes that can't be told anymore. Commentary, everyone agree with. Oh, yeah. This is the most toxic of movies. Yeah. They really did. Cosmic Vader, right there. More. Yeah. And it was not a scene wasted. I agree. Yolanda Gaines, toxicity 10, Shadow Taster 9, and yes, I agree, Muhammad. They are both in the right. I do agree, straight up, both of them. Backdoor Gerry, why don't you tell us your toxicity score?
Well, look, I love this film, and I love the comedy here. But I really did kind of like get annoyed at the logic issues within 2 scenes because it pulls me out of the movie when there's a logic problem. but they make up for it with just the pure raw insanity of the film. That the minute I'm pulled out of the film, I'm pulled right back in by what's happening on screen. And so I give it a solid, oddly, a solid 9 out of 10 on the comedy.
I just got very distracted. You kept saying pulling in and out during your review.
Yeah,
so.
look, I refer to it as plugging the logic holes. Plugging logic holes.
It is important to note that Gary's favorite character is called Tug.
Yeah. As far as toxicity goes, look, man, this film gets a 10 out of 10 for the retarded scene, the Hollywood gay scene, and the gravy scene alone. Absolutely. And
let's not forget you have
Grossman.
not to mention you have a white dude playing a black dude pretending to be another dude.
I know. Insane fucking toxicity levels in this film. If a film finally could get an 11 out of 10, it would be this film, because they went overboard with it, and it's great.
I got to go with Gerry.
It's going to go down as one of the greatest parodies in history. What's that, Tom?
I said I might have to agree with you on this one. Like, this might be one of those rare films on Toxic Tuesday that is off the charts.
Off the chart.
Like there's a ceiling, and this is one of those movies that is the ceiling. Right? There's Blazing Saddles, this.
And the ceiling ripped off the joists from this comedy. There's just so much added to this film that just over the top that they didn't have to do that. I just, look, I poke fun at this guy as for his films, because sometimes it's hit and miss. He's an okay actor, but Ben Stiller knocked it out of the park with this film. It's the best film he ever made.
And not only that, it takes a piss out of masculinity too, right?
It does.
And actors,
the
and
Rambo
Hollywood,
jokes,
and war,
Rambo 2
and all these
jokes.
things. Yeah, just all of it. It really kind of turns it on its head, and it kind of makes fun of a lot of the movies that we talk about weekly here on Toxic Tuesday. So I feel like it is kind of one of those movies like Blazing Saddles that is kind of above and beyond our rating system, or however you want to put it. So yeah, I got to give it 11. This one goes to 11.
Goes to 11.
Goes to 11. So we just got.
Why don't you just make 10 louder?
Tom and Jerry score. We just got a Tom and Jerry.
This goes to 11.
This goes to 11.
Yeah, it's a Tom and Gary score. There you go.
I like that. Poke Race, 10-10. Charles D. Vane, I don't think I've seen you here before, but welcome to Toxic Tuesday. Hopefully you've enjoyed the show. Toxicity Night. If you have been here before, I'm sorry I didn't notice you. Mecca J, Toxic 12, Full Retards 10. Vulcan Lives, Toxicity 9 out of 10. All right, and I think I got all scores for now. 70s.
We may never see a movie like this again. I don't know if we ever will. I don't know how. I mean, there's no number high enough for toxicity. This movie went full toxic, so it's 10 plus whatever you want to put on top of it. We won't see that again for a while.
No, I absolutely believe you're right.
Yeah.
Because the last decade has proven that films like this couldn't be made today.
But comedy went out with a blaze of glory in this movie. It's a 10 plus for toxicity, 10,000, whatever you want to put it on top of 10. Great movie.
And I'm going to tell you, Brian, two things that make me have a little hope for the future of Hollywood is Bill Burr and Burt Kreischer.
Yeah. Well,
that we might finally get back to doing fucked up humor.
Yeah, it has to be fucked up and be able to offend anybody and anything.
Under the sun.
Because it's not funny unless it's offensive.
Exactly, yeah. Who's next?
I'm gonna let Dustin come.
Dustin's coming now. Yeah, let's see your big O face. There you go.
I mean, I was gonna say, like, this movie is like brings like toxic quotability back. It's like one of those movies. It's like this talk. You can quote this movie, and it like out of context, you're like, "What the fuck are you saying?" But people who have seen the movie know exactly what you're talking about. Like, you used to never go full retard. I mean, you're not supposed to say retard anymore, but you say never go full retard in that voice, and people know what you're talking about. And I mean, this movie is, as far as toxicity is concerned, it's above 10, but it does so with flair. It does so with a dexterity. It doesn't just like, I mean, it's not clunky as far like the true toxicity of this movie is so well orchestrated. It's almost like a symphony of toxicity. I just see like this is one of those great movies, and I don't think we'll see another movie like this where the toxicity is woven and orchestrated so well. We're gonna see movies coming. We're gonna see movies coming later or whatever they're gonna come. But with toxicity, but I don't think they're going to be at this level where you can quote them and everybody knows exactly what you're talking about. So I hope that we can see toxic movies come back and become something that we can enjoy, because realistically, no matter how toxic the movie, it is an escape. It's not about reality. Not everything has to be about reality. But I think if we can get toxic movies back, but I still don't think they'll ever get to or compare with this movie. So, it's above 10 out of 10. It's just, but it's an toxicity as an art form.
Yeah, I agree. Strongly agree with that sentiment. Yeah, it really is toxicity as our form. Truly.
And that's what we need more. Is just more like make toxicity artful again.
Make it artful and super offensive again.
Just fun.
And you gotta have fun too. Well, yeah. Have it be all the above. It can be all those things. It can be fun and offensive and artful. I mean, we just witnessed it again. Let's see. Cavatino says toxicity almost went over 9,000. I heard that in a DBZ voice. It's over 9,000. Lisa says she went full retard for 11 out of 10. Awesome. Yeah, make movies toxic again. Yeah, maybe that'll be a shirt or something one day. We'll see.
And I'll tell you right now, Anima, if she was with us, she's already asleep right now. But if she was awake, she would absolutely give this a 10 out of 10 for toxicity.
That's Gary describing his sex life again.
The Irish.
She's already asleep. Yep.
Yeah, she's already passed out.
You should have your wife.
The weirdest place that you personally have ever gotten the urge to make whoopee.
In the ass?
I remember when they would say whoopee back as a kid. I thought,
Whoopee.
what a weird word.
Whoopee.
I remember I didn't hear what whoopee was until what movie was it? Mallrats. When Brody, when we were making
Mallrats, yeah.
Like fucking yeah, I remember that one. Oh god, what was it? No, you should bring Anima on here.
She can't stay up this late. She can't. She
wants
to join and watch at the beginning, but she's already like she was messaging me during the show. I can't watch it anymore. I'm so sorry. I love you. Good night. But she watched it earlier with me because I like watching the film again before we do the show. And she was just laughing at some of the scenes, like, oh my god, that's crazy. And the whole Les Grossman blew her mind.
Oh yeah. Oh, I bet. I can see that. I can definitely
Do we
see
think that the new Deadpool will be toxic the way we want it to be?
I'm hoping Ryan Reynolds keeps it that way.
I don't know. I mean, of course, that's the best possible outcome we would hope for. But on top of its current year,
if we don't get balls in face in this film,
I don't know.
We know that Ryan Reynolds sold out.
I'm not going to say no.
Well, it's rated R, right?
We're not sure
Yes,
yet.
they did say it was going to be rated R. Okay. I'm trying. Maybe it's just me, but I'm keeping my expectations tempered. I'm just saying I don't know. I mean, it could happen, but I'm not obviously gonna bank on for that to be a thing that's where it's, oh man, this better happen. But hey, if it happens, great. That's kind of where I guess.
Oh, you have a good question, Tom.
Tom?
Pinochet's Helicopter Tours wants to know, what physical media version do you recommend? And would it cause a stir in Hollywood if suddenly these jokes return mainstream? Cultural zeitgeist. I've used the newer Go Full retard on ATF.
Never go. Yeah.
Well, Kino Lorber actually just released it on 4K not too long ago. The theatrical cuts in 4K, the extended cuts on Blu-ray, but yeah.
Which one's better in your opinion?
It's been so long since I've seen the other version that I couldn't tell you.
Because the slideshow tonight was from the extended
unrated
version, right?
cut, and I didn't notice too much difference.
It's not much of a difference, but it's about 15 minutes though.
I was gonna say I thought it was a little more than that, but yeah, it's really strange because I'm trying to remember what was different in it. But yeah, no, I guess in this case it's pick your poison. I don't recall anything in the director's cut that isn't in the theatrical cut that you're missing out on otherwise.
Listen to the physical media, man.
But you get both of them in the same package with Kino Lorber anyway, so there you go.
Shannon and I watched Critical Drinker's video today of
oh yeah,
that was great. The sequel to whatever it is, the second
Rebel
movie.
Moon. Yeah, Rebel Moon.
He throws the retard word around in that review like 10 times, I think.
Was that movie that bad? How bad was it?
Watch the movie.
He fucking just laid into it. It was only like an 8-minute movie or 8-minute or 6-minute video, but he was like, I haven't seen the movie, so I have no idea. So, but he made sure I'm not gonna watch it. But he was throwing the retard word around. So I mean, it can't be that dead. I mean, I don't know what he does as far as monetization is concerned, but
I think he does his through memberships and shit.
I don't know, but the dude's got 2 million subs. I think he's gonna be okay. Yeah. And he's got a short movie coming out, and he also has his open bar, and he has a series of books. And I've read one of them; it was good. So
yeah, the only 3 people I actually pay attention to on reviews is Critical Drinker, Dave Cullen, and Mr. H. And I've become pretty chummy with Mr. H. I like that guy.
Chummy.
And me, unless I'm dealing with reviewing Panda Bear movies.
Oh, God.
You're going to get a lot of hate. I'm looking forward to it.
This is good. We should add Panda Bear emojis to this show.
Absolutely. We need to find a really fucked up Panda Bear video to play
like
whenever Mark says something. Yeah, put an X.
Yeah, like Mark, no pandas allowed.
Go ahead and sum up your toxic thoughts.
I'll be extra toxic tonight because I'm getting canceled for hating Panda Bear.
There you go. That's the one I made for
we
you.
We were at the National Zoo, and I'm like, I'm not gonna wait online to see the lazy shit Panda Bear that's just sitting there eating. Where's Panda Bear?
They're startled by their own farts.
Yeah, I'm not gonna wait an hour to see the.
That happens to me. Shit.
Yeah, but yeah, this was too bad. I wish I was here for the whole show, but glad to come on. And God, that was this movie. I was dying laughing, watching it again. And yeah, don't bring your young kids to see this. Like like my sister-in-law. Yeah, that or Deadpool. But this movie is a modern day Blazing Saddles, really. I mean, it is in terms of the toxicity and they couldn't make that movie today, quote unquote. Mm-hmm. After Blazing Saddles, we got Tropic Thunder, and yeah, hopefully we'll come back to a time where you can make a movie like this and make fun of each other, and yeah, it's not serious, but it's pointing fun at maybe some things, and it's that line, like, you people, right? I mean, that's just a great line, and it's just and it can illustrate racism there, but it's doing it in a way that it's comedic and then makes you think about it. So yeah, this is definitely an 11+ on the toxicity, And yeah, it's an all-time classic, and I also never forget it too when I get in trouble watching this the first time. It's like, I didn't pick the movie tonight. It wasn't me. You can't blame me. So yeah, so I'm in trouble with Panda Bears, and yeah. So but yeah, go, God, if you haven't seen this, God, go watch this movie. It's awesome, and don't waste your time watching panda movies. Yeah.
Take it to the zoo. What'd you say? Take it to the zoo.
Right.
Why the zoo? Retards like the zoo.
These guys have already said it best. I've got nothing to add.
It
was fucking toxic. It's an 11-1 out of 10 for toxicity.
11-1.
Everyone said it best. I got nothing to add that hasn't been said. So, gentlemen, we did Tropic Thunder after 131 episodes. But next week, we have some balls to dodge. I made it sound really gay.
Yeah, but it's Hollywood gay.
And we have 130 people watching here, so everyone hit that like button too, please. Yeah.
Thank you for being here. This is definitely one of our biggest shows we've ever done ever. It shows you the demand for this is huge. So
it's huge.
Huge. All right. So next week we're gonna be doing dodgeball next week. And maybe Chuck Norris will show up. I don't know. But tell your grandma, tell the fire department. Seriously, call up everyone. And B. Marte with a $20 super chat says nothing. He just shows up and is like, holy crap.
Feel it.
That's a rock star move.
You got plenty of characters there and didn't use any.
I know you said last week that you had the Kung Flu. Hopefully you're doing better, man. Let me know how you're doing, all right? Seriously. Hopefully you're well, but thanks for that, dude. I was shocked to see. Appreciate it. But yes, dodgeball next week. It's going to be great. Chuck Norris will be here, hopefully. Wishful thinking. Maybe the alligators will show up. I don't know. Maybe camels will come out from the toilet. I don't know. But I'm looking forward to talking about this greatness next week. So, still same. All right, hey, we'll see you at the finish line, man. Okay, you'll get there, and when you do, it'll be majestic. Thomas to slip out and slide out like a true slip and slide. But
did you get B. Marte's $20 super chat?
I did. I just acknowledged it.
All right. Yeah, I got to run, but thank you so much for having me, guys.
Take care. Edge in the morning.
Yes. Take care, guys.
Bye, Tom.
Yeah, we're doing The Departed on Tom and Gerry this Saturday.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, every time you say that, it just sounds like necrophilia. You're doing The Departed. I mean, come on.
Well, it is called Tom and Gerry Do. It's part of the title. This week, Tom and Gerry Do.
So, anyway. Yeah, guys, if you're somehow out there listening, go subscribe to Midnight's Edge After Dark, and Mead Radio. All the links are tagged, and Eric K being that wrencher. Thank you, Eric, for the wrenching. Shout out to you, Eric. We're gonna let these gentlemen plug their plugs on the way out. And we'll start off with the man who helped make this slideshow happen by creating it. And then we'll
thank you to 70s for stepping up. You're welcome.
Going, yeah. I laid into the first one. You were the creator, but now I'll do the man who's the player. So, Mark, what do you got coming up?
Well, we got Thursday night. We'll be doing a Blake 7 watch party. Avon Lives, and we can try to fit in a Kolchak the Night Stalker maybe as well. Maybe tomorrow night if I
need to join you on that because I'm a big fan of Kolchak.
You love Kolchak, right? Yeah, no, that's a classic. Inspired the X-Files. It's basically the X-Files,
which is why
he's a big fan of night stalking. That's what it is.
Yeah, night stalking, but also, he ended up coming onto the X-Files as Mulder's dad's partner.
Yeah, which was very cool. Yep. So we'll be reviewing that on Clobberin Times channel on Thursday night. And my big show of the week is Sunday Night Geekery, 10 p.m. Eastern. So come hang out there, and we talk the week in geek, why panda bears suck. We sometimes talk about food and barbecue that I'm doing, and 3D printing. You never know what '70s came on, and we started talking to Beatles, and thoroughly bored clobbering times maybe, but no, that was awesome. I love talking about the Beatles. So fun time. So thank you, RK, for posting the links in there, and yeah. Oh, Poonsky, yeah, we do Cosme IO. Yeah, that's how we do them every week. You're usually there, aren't you? Yep. So we do the watch parties on Cosme. But yeah, thanks. Sorry I was late tonight, but family matters. But glad this was a great show, and glad there were so many people here to watch. It was awesome. So catch you on my channel. Thanks for everyone who's subbed and hangs out with us. Much appreciated.
Thanks for being here, Mark. Appreciate your time and energy and fun as always.
Thank
you.
you.
Have a
You're welcome.
magical, fulfilling weekend of men.
You guys aren't going to start sucking each other's dicks, are you?
Did that.
And we transitioned over to Dustin effortlessly.
I mean, you guys can start sucking my dick. I mean, anyway, I didn't say that out loud. I have released a video on. I mean, I only meant it in a Hollywood way. Anyway, I released a video on Friday outlining an article about the American Diabetes Association and their refusal to acknowledge the fact that ketogenic low-carb diets work to help reverse diabetes so they can continue
They
selling.
absolutely do, and that's bullshit that they're doing that.
And that so they can sell more insulin. They can
that's what it's
refer
about.
more people to like DaVita. They can do things to, they can promote things to like CVS, all these different things. And how one of their past presidents actually came out and said that they were type 2 diabetic and reversed it with a low carb diet. And then she resigned and went and worked as a senior and is now working as a senior leader for Walgreens. So that video is out there. Yeah, that video is out there. We do lives Tuesdays, every Sunday. And I've been working on getting some more guests for my Saturday. I have so this week is May the 4th. And I have a friend of mine, Charlie, who is Darth Carnivore. So that fits. So yeah, just take a look at my channel, Keto Simple. I'm trying to do more content directed at kind of opening people's eyes and stuff like that. So along with food reviews, recipes, and all that stuff. So just trying to be a well-rounded channel. And I am less than 350 subscribers away from 5,000. So I'm trying to knock that out of the park, guys. So anyone who's not subscribed is interested, help me out. And thanks
I'm gonna
for
join you on there because I love making keto dishes, man.
Yeah.
You heard the man, folks. Do subscribe to the Keto Simple one because he is Keto Simple. And by the way, YouTube, don't be gay and retarded. Yes, YouTube, I'm calling you gay retarded. He's just saying his thoughts on things. This is not giving health advice. So don't
no health advice. Yeah.
Way. Okay.
Go talk to your doctor.
Don't be
who hasn't been paid off by them.
Yeah. Good question then.
Tell your AI to stop being a retard. Thank you, Dustin.
Well, as we all know, Dustin does have a great channel, so please do go and sub to him. I know that Gary's a big fan because he does like channels where people put a lot of meat in their mouth.
God damn right. Fuck. I can't get enough of it. RedTube is amazing.
Wow.
Go Dallas Stars. It was
Stars.
hockey. A nice win the other night. You
managed to.
Yeah.
We have an actual series against the
Got
Knicks.
those shots on goal. I mean, an angle on some of those shots. Those were trick pool shots. I love those.
That's the greasy, dirty goals that you need in the Stanley Cup. So, so they're still hanging in there. Although it looks like the Colorado Avalanche are just about to beat the Jets, and which means they'll have days and days and days off. That's not me, but anyway, Mark did
down, dude. It's from when I come up.
Mark,
not Gary's turn to come yet.
So Mark joined me yesterday on my channel where we had a lovely show about a boy and his dog, which was set in the distant future of 2024. That was a lot of fun. Thank you, Mark, for joining me on that show.
It was a lot of fun. Yep.
Yeah. There's other shows. Saturday night, bourbon and boarding.
I am trying to figure out how to do your Monday show because I do 2 shows that day. And I could not join you. I had to take a nap.
You have an open invitation.
I know. And it pisses me off. It's always right when I take my nap.
It's wide open. The back door is wide open.
Fuck yeah. I can hardly wait to come in that door. But
anyway.
Your last show is really about a great sci-fi film.
Yeah.
A boy
That's
and his
actually a
dog.
toxic movie.
What
That's
a
extremely
great
toxic.
movie.
Brilliant
We have to
movie.
do that maybe in a couple of years. We'll do that one too. Yeah.
So that was it was a good show. Even if I say so myself humbly. Great panel, of course. Great guests, Mark, Jason
Thank
from
you. It was
Sci-Fi
fun, yeah.
for me, as well as my usual chums. But yeah, only other show I really want to promote is Saturday night bourbon and boarding, where Brahma and I talk about hockey. Mark, you're always welcome in that, but I know it's a bit late for a man of your advanced age.
Yeah. I have to stay up to watch the Rangers win, so then I get tired. Yeah.
So yeah, otherwise I'll be around. I'm sure there will be shows I will be on. So
Awesome.
Cheers, y'all. Check my channel out. We're getting there. Getting there.
We're all getting there. We're all getting there.
Yeah. Oh, little Chad's in the chat, and he's on our show. He joins Brahma and I.
Yeah.
He's a Rangers fan.
You got to put my last comment.
Oh,
up.
Rangers. Yeah, little Chad.
Put my last comment up.
That's right. Yeah, Bukkake. Yes, that's a great.
That's a high.
I want to
protein
try
snack.
some keto Japanese cuisine, but Brian suggested I try bukkake.
It's pretty high protein, I believe, but
I don't even know if Nick knows what bukkake is.
no, he might practice it, but he doesn't know the term for it.
I don't think he knows what it means because he should be breaking right now. You know what bukkake is, right, Nick?
Is it
No.
related to Fukaki?
It is a spooge party where about 100 guys jizz on a woman.
Or a man in some cases.
We had, what is it, a year ago, a girl died, fucking died, drowned on that shit. It's great.
Is this stream nuked already or what? My God.
So Saturday,
What's Bond doing?
I think he's attempting re-entry, sir.
I think he's attempting re-entry, sir. We're going to be doing The Departed, Tom and I will. It'll be a fun show. Anima is getting ready to watch it. She's going to be joining us. Brian, you like the film. You should be joining us too.
Oh, it's stranger things have happened. I could join you.
We will be talking about the film it was kind of ripped off of.
A little rat.
It's a remake of
It's a French film.
Hong Kong, or is it Korea? I can't remember.
I thought it was a French movie.
No, it's the Infernal.
Infernal. Yes, you're right. Yeah.
This stream never stood a chance, Matthew. Let's be real here.
No,
never
it's
stood a
ended
chance.
the first time we said retard.
Yeah.
Absolutely flamed out.
I knew what we were signing up for.
You know what you're getting into with this movie.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, it's
we'll be
bad when
doing
we
that
get
this
pulled down
Saturday.
off a Rumble. Just kidding. No.
So that's what we're doing Saturday. It'll be fun.
Rumble is next. No, thank you.
We are going to
Gerry,
be
for being
changing
here.
our Fridays, by the way. We're not going to be doing industry assessment anymore. We're going to be focusing again on doing proactive, positive stuff like what Toxic Tuesday does, talking about films or TV shows. And on Fridays, we're going to start doing TV shows. And I think the first episode of Friday, it won't be this week, it'll be next week. We're going to do The Prisoner. And I'm hoping Red Shirt will be joining us on that one.
Ooh,
We won't start with the first show that kind of brought us The Prisoner, which is Secret Agent / Danger Man. We'll do that the second
There was
week.
2 shows, and you just said them both.
Well, they're both the same show. Danger Man and Secret Agent. Are the
They
same
just
show.
changed the title. That was theoretically.
Oh, when it
it's a
came to
different show.
America.
Yeah.
I have no idea what the fuck you both are talking about.
We're talking about Bukkake, that thing that you want to go to, that party.
Well, Gerry, it's been a divine pleasure.
I'm going to show him a video of Bukkake, and then he's going to fucking laugh when he knows what the fuck it is.
I can't
One of the
believe I learned
funniest
a new
nights
word
on-
tonight.
One of the funniest
perfect
things,
keto
one night,
diet.
Shannon and I were on my live, we're talking, and we got all the older people that watch my lives looking up what Eggplant Friday was.
Eggplant Friday. What you had to do is like do a debate. Which is better, sashimi or bukkake?
Mark, do we plug your plug? I can't remember.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. We did plug my plug. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yep.
Nick's having a senior moment.
Don't let Gary. Just don't let Gary plug.
I know Gary plug. Hey, he made it. He made his plug known. Yeah. Obviously, Midnight's Edge After Dark Thursday. Comics Division Thursday Night Throwdown, and Comic Shop Talk Friday night. Next week on here. So if you're new here to Toxic Tuesday, I hope you come back next week because fuck that. You should come back next week for when we talk dodgeball. So, and for all our regulars,
are we going to use the director's cut on that one?
Oh yeah.
I love that movie, dude.
For all the regulars, thank you for continuing to support this wildly obnoxious show. Let's see if we can try to get demonetized in record time next week. And thank you to the member chatters and the super chatters as well. So appreciate your guys' help and support.
Well,
and
Dodgeball and this show have something in common. They're both underdog stories.
Underdog stories, yes, the underdog stories. Thank you. We're so close to 2K subs too, which is great. We're at like 41 subs or something like that. So thank you guys. I have a thing we're gonna hit it in the month of March, and it's gonna be huge. So yeah. Anyways, thank you for supporting Toxic Tuesday. You all have an extensively, hugely, magically majestic evening.
I'd like to show you something.
The pace when I'm running, I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up, it's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm
You have to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky?
You're still here? It's over. Go home.
Oh
There's no sense in going off half-cocked.
my God, the cock.